Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Sir Medieval. Today we're going to be playing some more Bless Online. Hey Stardust, hey Abs, hey Tony, how you guys doing? What's going on? So yeah, we put in the feedback. We had a great time in PvP earlier, but oh my god, there were so many mages spamming that Biting Frost. I've submitted the feedback for it 3 times. That needs a nerf. No. Just no. Just no.
Sorry, I found another chilly spot.
Just no. Hey Jeff, what's going on? So 1-800, nerf my class, please. It's okay. It prevents you from actually making use of the combo system like you're supposed to. Yes, it's about the spam ability. Yes, it is.
Hey, here comes the sun.
It most absolutely is. I'm still getting adjusted here. I have to reset my Monster Hunt quest, but hold on a second. Hey Daniel, hey Extreme, how you doing? What's going on? Hello, hello, hello. Still trying to get in the game that much? Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, there's an ocean of stuff to fix right now. There absolutely is. I'm hoping they fix up the optimization a little bit soon as well. Hoping the best. Hoping the best. That's all we can do. Have you tried the FPS fix too? They actually Sneak leaked a new one. He made a new guide, an enhanced one. Have you seen that yet on Reddit? If not, I could probably find it real quick and link it to you. I think he PM'd it to me actually. Supposed to get like 100 in FPS or so. I don't know about everybody, but it might improve it a lot though. I think he includes the INI file, so you just drag and drop essentially.
Okay, that's 4. That we all should be done.
Yeah, hold on. Oh, I also got an epic mount. I got super lucky yesterday. I don't know how I got it still. Let's see, I think I have to retry some of these. Some of them I'm good on. I don't have to retry. That's super weird.
Hey.
Cool.
Hey.
I hate the new nerf they did to all the classes. Yeah, all the classes are in a tough spot right now. Not only in PvP, but... Well, I'm sorry, not all the classes are in a tough spot. But in PvE, it's a rough spot right now. That definitely needs to get balanced. The beaker was turned a little bit too far to the right, and it's so hard to kill anything now. Hey Travis, what's going on? Wanted to buy the game, but I don't want to do the refund thing if it doesn't run decently FPS-wise. You think if I try the Korean version, it would be the same? I don't think they actually put in the new version into the Korean version yet. I would say it probably isn't going to be the same until they import that. I don't know if they even put it in the Japanese version actually. They're probably doing the way they're probably doing it right now is just doing a lot of bug fixing. We're getting this version first, and then they're going to implement that into the other ones later. What I think is going on here. The FPS fix helped so much? Okay, good. Yeah, if you're still having FPS issues, Sneak did submit a new one. You gotta be kidding me! You gotta be kidding me, man! 1-800? Nerf the servers! Crap.
Yeah, I'm turving it up.
Alright. Well, the game crashed. Alright, well, at least we can answer some questions here. Hey, Travis. Oh, God. How do you get more rose stones and sapphires to upgrade skills? Well, sapphire you get from dungeon quests. You can get from mainly dungeon quests, actually, and I'm trying to think if there's another way to do it. I don't think you get it from like the order quest or anything like that. Dungeon quests and leveling up, essentially, until they give us like a stable way to farm it. That's going to be the main ways to go. Oh, my God. That just happened to you, too? Oh, man. Rolling on Tanara, North America. Yeah, it happens. It does happen. It gives me a chance to turn on some music, at least. What's up, everybody joining in? What's up? What's up? Alright, let's see. I'm starting the game up, by the way. It's not... I guess it was just a random crash. Let's see here. It's like they knew. Like they knew. Thank you so much.
It's always our server.
That is always our server, too. I wonder if the other servers have those crashes, too. I bet they do. Velocity of an unlanded... What? I don't know. That's an interesting question, though. Kit, do you know the answer? I kind of want to know now. Sounds pretty cool. Please tell me. No problem, hero. No problem. What the heck?
That's how you really feel.
Oh, I was like, what the heck is that? What was that? Okay, I'm restarting the game right now. Play the game with all those settings and still got FPS in the cities. FPS drop? Yeah. Yeah, no matter what, it seems like the FPS in the cities is just gonna tank right now. Gotta work on the optimization on that part.
Yeah, we got some really good ranges.
Can you link your build / ability? I can show you once I get in game, but honestly, right now with the cold snap, the skill I'm talking about right now, the spammable one, I didn't want to make a actual guide video until that got nerfed. Yeah, I didn't want to give any tips out because everybody's just gonna use that anyway, more than likely.
I thought they fixed it. Oh no, you got the
Gotta get that nerf. But submitted it as saying this: it either needs a cooldown, damage decrease, or both. And then also there's another one, Thunderbolt, that has the potential to become the new Cold Snap. That one needs a cooldown as well, so that people are actually continuing their combos, playing the game like it's meant to be played. Because I know you guys like are far annoyed of that ice skill. But don't worry, yeah, we're all annoyed. Even other mages that don't want to use it, we're annoyed too. Is this game fun? It's fun, yeah. It's fun. There's a lot of stuff to fix, but yeah, that's fun. It is fun. Do the gym conversion give you 100? No, actually, the gym conversion's pretty bugged right now. I managed to get it like 2 days ago, and all it did was gave you a gem that was worth 1 gold. It doesn't give you like the actual skill gems right now, so they gotta fix that too. I'd recommend don't try to go ham for getting all those skill gem fragments. That's not how it works right now. Rangers need a buff? Yeah, I know. Rangers, Berserkers. I don't know how Paladins are doing right now in game. I haven't heard a lot about Paladins, but I'm interested to know though. Show please? Yeah, I'll show you, Davik. Don't worry.
I mean, all you need is
Why do people give up so easily on the game? I know it didn't go well in Korea and Japan, Russia, but you have. Well, Travis, a lot of it was because they released the game 3 times, and then this was their 4th time. There were issues that were in those previous versions that ended up in this one too, like the dupe glitch that was going on. And then there wasn't a test server beforehand. There was a lot of issues that popped up. So it's understandable. We really wanted this game to work, but it is understandable why some people didn't want to deal with that. If you're releasing a game on Steam, it has to be like 80% perfect, pretty much. Otherwise, those Steam reviews are going to tear it apart. And then, of course, once the refund thing started coming in, it just started, you know, everybody was like, I don't know if this game's going to work out. I'm just going to take that chance. I don't know. Said they're working on, yeah, they are working on an optimization problem. Right, exactly what Syke said. It would have been nice if we did get the chance to test it beforehand. We would have squashed a lot of these bugs. I guarantee you, we would have squashed a lot of these bugs if they let us. Even if they opened it up to 500, like 20 players, 5 players, or they let people from the public in, we would have found these bugs. We would have found them. Definitely would have. It's okay though. Bless is trying to recover, so we just have to give it a chance. But that's essentially why people gave up on the game early on. Did you hear about the INI changes, people? Yeah, no, I had one guy in my stream yesterday on Twitch. He was telling me about it, and I was like surprised because I was like, okay, so you can go in the INI files like Mountain Blade and change your stats of your characters and whatnot and change your gold. And he was saying that you could do all this stuff, and I was like, okay, can you give us a screenshot? Can you give us video proof so we can forward this to the devs so we can like put it at red alert status? And I asked him like at least 4 times, and he just kept going. He was like, I just kicked somebody, and I'm like, I can't, dude. If you're not gonna give any proof, then we can't. And I looked at that Reddit post that he made yesterday, and there was still no proof on there. I don't think if he made a new video or posted a new screenshot or anything. There's nothing we could do if we don't want another Emissary cloak situation. So I had to stop it. I got the $40 founder pack, and after early access days, I got from the Blessed team oh, Abs, that was compensation for all the server issues that were going down. That was compensation. That's why you got the 2,450 Lumina.
I'll be right back.
Potentially. Paladins are immortal with pool noodles. Okay, well at least Paladins are doing okay in game then, I guess.
Oh my god, dude, it's a trip, right?
Buff for Berserker, yeah. Buff. Berserker definitely needs a buff. Don't worry. We submitted a ton of feedback for Berserker alone. I kid you not. There was a ton.
Oh my god. Okay,
I
wait,
did.
okay,
Lane Boy did. We didn't even read through the full feedback chart because there's just so much on there. But I'm pretty sure there's a ton for Berserker alone.
Oh, here you. Okay, here you are.
Everyone who bought the Founders Pack. Yeah, exactly. Compensation. Yep.
No, you don't have to do it. There's another
Can't
way.
believe the damage reduction.
That's two.
Yeah, the PvE is in. Oh god, it's so impossible to do Turris right now. You could probably do it up to the 4th boss. I believe Neotuma did it up to the 4th boss, but you couldn't do the last part because they didn't range timer. But all the dungeons across the board are so hard to do right now.
Yo, I'm not suspect at all.
Could have let the emissaries play. Yeah, if we did get an opportunity to play it, we would have found that stuff like early on. We would have found it. Because I was I wanted to go. I was thinking of testing ice and lightning early on. So if I did that in the test server, I would have tested that skill and be like, wait, this doesn't have a cooldown. What's going on here? Oh no, need to fix that. Okay, so my build, by the way, yeah, so the build that I use, the main one, is I use fire and mixed tactic. I like to use the instant cast, so I level those up in damage. I also level up the magic shot to regain mana, and my magic absorption. Whoops, nope, don't do that. Hold on. Want to close without saving? Yes, I do. I don't want to spend that gold. And then I level up Kindle with the cast time because it takes a little bit to cast to get to my second meteor. I always upgrade those meteors. So that's my bread and butter right there. And then in this tree, I upgrade the AoE skills. And this one, the Frigid Spear, does a lot. That's where you get your like 13, 15k crits from. That's a suck my ice skill. When you see a mage ice spamming, that's the skill you use on them. Takes like half their health. You're like, bye. So the compensation is just for the ones that bought it and not the ones that got it as a gift. Yeah, I believe so, Abs. Because if you got it as a gift, I believe that was the base game. That wasn't the edition that got the early head start. So it was just for the early head start people.
I was just waiting for people to log in.
And they literally have no hard CC. We don't need hard CC. We have so much counter to CC. Like we have our blink, which if you upgrade it, it has 3 charges right now. You can upgrade it to get out of the crowd control. That's crazy. Like we had 1 before the recent patch that they did, and then they added 3. I don't know why, but and then you have distortion, which makes you immune. You can upgrade it to have immunity. You have the silence, and then you have your mana shield. Your mana shield basically is like a second health bar. We don't really need CC, but we need to have a cooldown on that frostbite skill no matter what, because it's not the way the game's supposed to be played. You're supposed to be able to initiate your combos. You're not supposed to be able to just two all day long. The most annoying thing to see. I'm sorry. And everybody's mad at it. Everybody's mad at it. Looking at Reddit. Oh yeah, I know. So it's all right though. It'll once these issues get fixed up, I'm sure it'll be a lot better in that regard. And Zerk's fine. Oh well, I know we were still getting a lot of feedback on it. Po. I don't know. Other people are probably having a lot different experiences with it. Give us a hard CC or 2, then they're fighting cold. But we do have a stun. The meteor in what's one of these meteors stun. Really need it though. We have so much ability, but yeah, this one does stun. And then we have freezes. Like we do have freezes in the ice technically. So if you were using your combos properly in the ice tree, you'd still have the CC. We have the frigid frozen ground that can freeze their legs. So we do have hard CC technically. Nerfing biting cold isn't gonna change a thing. Like it's not going to make us completely obsolete. There is a lot of potential in the mage build that people don't know about because all they do is spam that skill. It needs a cooldown, I promise you. I wish I could say that yeah, it's totally balanced to just spam a skill while everybody else has to use their combos, but no. Sorry. Nerf our class. Nerf our class.
Oh, sorry. You guys were
Ability, please. I'm sorry. When you're queuing up for 15v15 and you have like 3 or 4 mages, you probably don't understand how powerful the skill is. But if you're, let's say, using Disenchant, you can upgrade it to get a 30% spell power bonus. And then where is it? Yeah, increase your spell power by 30% for 15 seconds. If you have the fire stance and the ice stance, if you switch off of the fire stance, you get a crit bonus as well. So that's 6k a crit, 6k a second. That would burn through anybody.
So basically, the trick is you actually
How do you
don't
get the
need to
FOV so
full
large?
percent.
Oh, I did the camera fix that is included in the FPS Reddit guide. That's what I did, the camera fix.
Your chest piece.
What do you think of Ice and Lightning? Lightning actually has a lot of potential. I submitted feedback for that one as well. There is a lot of good stuff in the Ice tree. There's a lot of there's a couple CC abilities, and you can actually freeze somebody, like straight up freeze somebody with enough ice skills. The lightning skill tree though has an ability called, what is it called? Piercing Wind. It's basically a channeled lightning beam that you can do on somebody. The only problem with it is you have to get kind of close to somebody. You have to use lightning explosion, which is kind of the same issue that Ranger's dealing with right now. We have to get close to somebody to initiate some of your important skills. But if we had that on like Thunderbolt for the combo chain opener, for instance, it'd be a lot better. So I gave feedback on that as well as the Biting Cold.
I mean, I just did on the 37 here.
If you want people to initiate combos, we have it's not that bad if you don't. Well, a mana regeneration skill would be nice. You're right. You're right. But I use combos just fine. There's mages that use combos just fine.
935 spell power as a healer. Like
If you upgrade your magic shot,
12, 16.
you can regain mana. It builds up over time, and you can upgrade magic absorption. You really only need to spam magic shot like 5 times, and you're back at half mana.
Constantly, like in the 50 versus 15.
Anyone got a build for Ranger?
Berserker group that, like, usually be creative berserker
Oh, I'm not sure
group.
if anybody does.
And 4 others
What do you
are
think about the game in regards to all the comments, which are saying it's super bad? It's in a rough spot. It does need some fixing. There's a lot of things that need to get fixed. But overall, the game is still fun. The game is still fun.
what's super
Frozen Ground doesn't work.
is
Oh yeah, you know what? You're right. I remember that being a thing. That's in the feedback too. Okay, so yeah, Frozen Ground does need a fix as well. But it's not to the point where you have to use the Biting Cold. You'd be just fine without it.
and I can't cancel that early. It's the most annoying thing. 'Cause it's like if
What is
I
the best way for us to get feedback to Neo? Is do you have the preferred method of communication? They have a, let me see,
I can't cancel out the shield early.
what is it? They have a feedback channel in the Blessed Discord. Now that's very spammed right now, so it's kind of tough for them to read that. I would say if you have something that you'd like to give as feedback, find one of the emissaries. Like if you want to, you can PM me on Discord, PM me your feedback, and I'll try to get it in there. Because we have a separate way of talking to them or relaying feedback to them. So
I'm just saying we're done.
give it to an emissary, like give it to a community leader. They'll get it in there. Content creator, doesn't matter. Probably the best way to go. Just ask them if it's okay to give them that feedback first, and then you'll be good.
It's like I got dual sometimes.
About damage and where they are heading with it. We haven't heard a lot about the damage, honestly. We've been focused on trying to get feedback on so many other things, like the class changes, the PvE thing that's going on right now. There's a lot. But in terms of the damage itself, we haven't talked too much about that yet. How do you not have FPS drop? Did they fix it? I used to have it. So the FPS guide that they made does have a lot of fixes for that. Like you can uncap your cores, for instance. The game forces you to use one core right off the bat. It smooths your FPS. You can take care of that and then be good. If you search up Bless Online FPS guide, you'll come across it. I would suggest looking at that. If not, I can link it to you. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Link that to me directly. Give me one sec. Because Sneak made an updated version with it, so I'll link it right now in chat for you. Yeah, the damage is toast right now. Absolutely toast. You know it's bad when you go over to the Bleach Desert and you try to farm on like a 41 elite. When you're very geared, well, you're not very geared, but you're decently geared, and you know that you could take it on, and you need a duo to take that thing on. That's not good. And they know. I mean, everybody's been giving feedback on it. The dungeons are like really hard to do right now. Turris actually has an issue going on where when you get to the gauntlet, with the staircase, where you have to go up and those mobs are coming down at you, there'll be like 20 mobs gathering up, coming down at you because it takes too long to kill them. And oh god, it is rough. You actually have to die and use Lumina to get up that gauntlet. You have to die and use Lumina to get up those stairs, to skip them and kill the gate. Show you a real life sword. All right. It's made after Aragon's sword from Lord of the Rings. there is an actual elven inscription on it. I didn't know this until after I bought it and asked about it, but it's stainless steel. It is blunted, but yeah, it's really awesome. Love this thing. Actually take a cloth to it and wipe it off every day. It's sentimental, very sentimental. Love it. All right.
Honestly, I haven't been using the solid will too much.
What about passive skills? Passive skills, there's still some translation. Whoops. Translation issues, there's still some translation issues in the passives. Those are really good to have, though. If you're leveling up, there are hunting experience passives that you can get. I would strongly recommend those if you're leveling up. It helps a lot. But in terms of the passives overall, they do help a lot. I would go for like the damage ones if you're going for a DPS class, of course. The health ones help a lot too. Yeah, the passives are really good. What are you guys going to do now? We are doing the monster hunt right now. And Berserker is in a tough spot in PvP. The action camera does not complement the Berserker in PvP. It's so hard to hit people I've seen. You see a Berserker running around and you could just tell that it's hard for them. Some Berserkers are able to do it okay, but across the board it's tough. And they have an issue where, like Mage, one of their skills doesn't work properly. Their assault, well, it's not in there that it's supposed to, but only one of their assaults, which is the charge, actually stuns people. Oh, damn, I stream on both. I was on there yesterday, and I'm going to be on there later on today before I watch my shows.
CC immunity, which is good, but I got shields for that.
This is me asking if I can get... Yeah, go ahead, Doctor. PM me any feedback you want, and I'll get to it when I can, putting it in there for you. How did you get that costume? It is the Emissary costume that was sent to us, combined with the Cash Shop costume. I bought the fedora outfit, and because I just had to try it, and then they sent us this, so I was surprised. Super surprised.
Like, I don't think, maybe I'm not too worried about it. In 15,
hold on, I have to.
100 v 100, I may need that CC.
Have to accept some of these.
I'm curious how much great.
Only doing 30 kills, so this should be good.
Walk right through into the back line.
I can't even get to the back line anyway.
Okay.
Let's say they just
Level 27, and I can't beat the level 2 dungeon anymore. I used to be able to. Yeah, I know. Now, long term, I think what they're going for with that is they want it to be harder to level up. Thank you so much. I think they want it to be to the point where you can't solo those dungeons. You have to party up all the way through. That part makes sense. But across the board, it is difficult in PvP right now, even if you're max level. And thank you so much. Difficult to the point where it's like I don't know if that's what they're going for too. Like they don't want elite mobs to be soloable anymore. Not sure. Yeah, do the main quest for sure though. Do the main quest compile with the side quest. Anything you can right now to level up. Thank you so much, by the way. Thank you. Appreciate the subs. Just got to level 45. What should be your goal now? So the best thing to do right now is to go into Kobold Hold, the level 37 dungeon. Or is it 37? I think it's 35. Probably 37. Anyway, go in there. You'll probably see groups recruiting for it all day long. And then try to get your blue gear. So the way that people are doing it right now is they're getting level 37 gear from Kobold Hold, and they're putting runes in it. Because it's spiking up your gear score more than just the 45 green armor. So if you want to get into Dead Mines hard and whatnot, that's what you need to do. So get that blue gear out of Kobold Hold right now. And then get your blue weapon from a level 45 elite and start getting that to plus 10. Do both of those and you're going to be sitting pretty. Especially when the loot actually starts dropping properly. When they fix the loot tables of all the dungeons, you'll already be set and ready to go. Plus hoodie is cool. Yeah, I love this thing. I love this thing a lot. Yeah, getting your gear score, then run the 43 dungeon, etc. And also get your jewels as soon as possible. If you don't have any jewels, get the green ones until you can get your blue ones. A good time to camp the auction house to try to get your purple ones is right after PvP, because it takes honor. It takes honor to buy the materials to make that the purple jewels, the epic. So people start usually putting those up right after the PvP ends. How long do you think it will take to better optimize the game? With all that's needing to fix the game right now, I'd say it's probably gonna take about a month or two before the best optimization. Yeah, that does sound right. 3 to 6 months. Yeah, I'm thinking that too. Yeah, it'll take a little while. Can you show us your passive skills? Sure. So my passive skills. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. That's what someone was asking earlier. What I go for is I try to get as much intelligence as possible. Stacks up your damage, and then also Frenzy is a good thing to have. That actually is a hidden stat that increases your crit rate and acceleration. Acceleration is like your haste, so that decreases your cast time. Also, once you get into combat, I can't have the skill tree open, so give me 1 sec. But I go for those, and then I go for the ones that say the translation's a little off, but it says like giving damage 10% kind of thing. That should mean increasing your damage by 10%. I go for that kind of thing as well. Like, I'll show you the one that I'm going for. Once I reach stance level 20, I should be able to get it. 1 second. Let me see if I can open this menu. Still in combat. Okay, there we go. So the one I'm going for right now is son of a biscuit. Alright, well, you know what I mean, though. It's like 10% damage, basically. How is a paladin to high levels? Looks really powerful. Yeah, well, in PvP, paladins are definitely really hard to take down right now, which I think is where they were going with that, since they're kind of supposed to be your arena-based, you know, your small-scale healing, really tanky to take down kind of thing, healer. So I think that's what they were going with that one. So it seems, and from what people have been telling me, paladin seems to be doing really well right now. So they really need to work on berserker and ranger. What do you think about rangers? I think rangers are in need of some help. I do remember that rangers have a lot of important PvP skills gated behind their combos, like you have to go through them to get to them. And you can see it all the time in PvP. Rangers are kind of staggering and stuttering with their combos because they're trying to get something off properly. You can tell. You can tell. They bring back the damage back up. Yeah, absolutely. A lot of people were saying that if they, even like right now, what's going on, if they even reverted it back to before, even just temporarily, their opinion was might be better. But I don't know. I'm trying to remember about what was going on back then, and I remember Guardian was having a lot of damage. I don't know how Paladin, and I know Berserker was having issues still, but yeah, just hopefully they fix all of this though. And they're releasing a balance patch early this week. They said they're working on it right now during the weekend, so hopefully it fixes a lot of this stuff. What's going on, Edgy? What's going on? Hello.
I lost my Guild XP potion somehow. Just bought it. Yeah.
Does this always lag? No, it doesn't always lag, but there are points like when you're opening certain aspects of the UI. There are some lag issues in there. Now, if you haven't looked at it yet, I would suggest searching up the Reddit FPS guide. It's going to help a lot with your performance. The game automatically caps out your cores that you can use, caps out your FPS at a certain point, certain things like that, so that'll need to be fixed. But you can go in the config file and change that temporarily, though. Is gearing up like in BDO? No. So when you get to +10 to +15, it's basically only a chance of downgrading. You have a chance to get durability loss as well. And you can use Ymir skins for armor and Ymir horns for weapons to increase your chances of success. It keeps popping up automatically. But it's not as punishing as BDO though. The most you get is a downgrade. There's also items that you can get just by playing the game. Like let me show you here. Matter of fact, this comes from the dungeon point shop. The impurity remover. This prevents you from decreasing when you're trying to enchant. So if you're going from +10 to +15, that'll decrease the chance of that. And that you don't get from the cash shop. That is strictly through the dungeon point, which is doing dungeons, monster books, stuff like that. Has there been talks of making guardian skills not keep you frozen in one place during animation? I don't think so. I don't think that was there because the guardians have a lot of mitigation right now. So I don't think that was a thing yet. Did you get some gold now? Dude, Edgy, I am still in the broke life right now. It's even worse. I'm at 5 silver because I've been buying up that PvP food, that delicious spicy grilled crab. I'm gonna become a cook, Edgy. I'm gonna become the Gordon Ramsay of this game, or a Gordon Ramsay of this game, because nobody's making this stuff right now, and when it does go up, it sells so fast. What's BG? Battleground. Battleground. These Dragon Balls people are talking about, these are the condensed magic stones that they're called now, and this is what you use for upgrading your gear. Now the Whirlwind Magic Stones is what you use to increase the chance of success from +6 to +10. But the condensed Magic Stones themselves, that's what you use to upgrade your gear. Yeah, they'll balance out the mob HP soon. Oh, Shuku, I know, it was fun. We had good times in the BGs. They were fun. Good fights, good fights. Oh, let me accept this. Try. I've been so late on the retries and accepts, but it's okay. Just leveling up the guild right now. Because you have a group of people to actually play with. Yeah, doing this solo is very hard at the moment. It is. No, I'm not excusing that at all, RMR. Not at all. Not at all. Just thinking about how it is right now, I could honestly know why it'd be really hard to do PvE right now. Oh crud! Hey Pearl, were you trying to link something? What gear would you go for? It didn't work for you. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that. Yeah, it's tough right now. It's tough. People are trying all kinds of things to fix these issues at the moment. Also, 37 to 45, you want to go for the Kobold Hold gear. So go for Kobold Hold, the level 37 dungeon. It should be. Confirm that right now. Yeah, level 37, Kobold Hideout. You'll see groups forming up for it. You want to get the blue gear from that, the rider sets, and then you want to plus that up and put runes in it. That's going to increase your gear score by a lot and get you ready to go into like Dead Mines hard. Then get your blue weapon, get that to plus 10 or as close as you can get it before they fix the loot tables, and then get your jewelry as well. Try to get at least blue. Badly, but I don't know. No, it's understandable, Davis. I'd say if you're still skeptical, just wait. Just see what happens with the feedback changes, and if it feels like that this is a game you could get behind, then definitely, absolutely. And at the very least, just buy the lowest package as well. I don't know if they still have. Yeah, I think they do. Yeah, just buy the lowest package, just so that for $30, you'll still get a lot of time out of it, kind of thing. No, RMR, I did read your stuff. I said that I'm not excusing that it would be difficult to solo in this game right now. I'm answering your question or your statement. Let me see. Actually, if you use skills, which normally locks you in a good spot. Jump. If you're a guardian, for example, mix the animation while jumping. Oh, that's actually pretty interesting. There's something. There's something. RMR, I just said that I understand that it would be really difficult to solo in the game right now. I could completely understand that. But a lot of people, if you're having an issue with playing solo, just find a guild too. Just find a guild. And that'll change over time. If that guild's not inviting you for stuff, find another guild. Find another guild. I appreciate that, Aesthetic. I appreciate that.
So you said weapons are plus 10 to glow, and
thank you, Aesthetic.
Your armor is...
No, and we did give a lot of feedback on that as well. That they do need to help the Ranger out. The Berserker needs help as well. There's class balancing needed all around. There's absolutely class balancing needed all around. We filled up the feedback. Don't worry. We did. Also, thank you so much. They included in the last update that they're working. They heard our pleas about the class balance loud and clear, and they're working on it right now, and a patch should be coming early this week. So hopefully that's going to be included in there.
Extra bear, wolf, and lion right now.
Just do LFG. Also, just join one of those crafting/hunting parties as well. Because if you get 5 people in a party, you can get the attack damage buff, the party buff. That'll help a lot when you're soloing as well. Just join a party. If you're trying to do a dungeon or something, use LFG. You don't have to play solo. You don't have to. If your guild's not inviting you for stuff, join another guild. Join another guild. If you feel that you need help, and you're asking in guild chat, nobody's helping with you with anything. As simple as that. That's all you gotta do. I had 149. Wait, 149 what? How do you upgrade items to plus 10? So you have to use those condensed magic stones that I was telling you about. You have to use those alongside the whirlwind condensed magic stones so that you can get an increased chance to succeed. Both of those should get you to plus 10, no problem. The condensed magic stones come from various different things, like the event going on right now with the golden tokens. You can put that in the crafting menu. Like you can go to your bench and craft these event items right here for the golden tokens. And then you can also dismantle the condensed magic stone crystals, crystalline magic power, to get those. And then you can get them gathering, if you get your gathering high enough, all kinds of ways.
Messages finished.
There's something satisfying about him when a mage competing with you. He tags. Oh god. I know. I know. I have a feeling that after Biting Frost gets nerfed, that a lot of people are going to be like, alright, mages, it's payback time. It's payback. You skipped the message? Oh. Wait, hold on. Did you see my DM? I ended up getting my money. Oh, I see. I'd say look at what the balancing changes actually brings. If it looks like it's a lot better after that, I'd say just start off with the base package and just go from there. You know, you don't have to get the 149 again. You know. Wait a minute, did we just switch to the wrong? We're in channel. Wait, how do we get put in this other channel?
No, like you guys were attacking mobs. That was the button.
Oh.
Man, I always get like guilty by association.
Yeah, I'd say just wait on that though, Pearl. Just wait on that. Okay, there we go. Itachi, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you very, very much. Ranger was fun before that damage nerf. Yeah, RMR, don't worry. The feedback is there. It's filled to the brim. Trust me. Thank you so much, Itachi. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But no, they understand that the classes need balancing. We have time and time again submitted that. I'm so sorry that you're going through that right now. I am. I really am. I know it's tough on Berserkers and Rangers right now. I know it is. We'll keep submitting that until it gets fixed. We will. We will. Most groups don't like Rangers unless they're OP geared. I know. It's a shame. I know. I got pro armor smithing and second level mining the first day. You went hard. Yeah, you know what? That was the time to do it. When you found all those turbines, like I should have just stopped and went for every single turbine I could, because it's so hard to find a turbine now compared to back then. Still find them, but I got 'em. Oh, the right mouse button. Make the toggle. Yeah, I'm gonna read your PM again, Pearl. And was that feedback that you wanted us to submit? I've been purposely not spamming the 2 skill. Yeah, exactly, Stardust. Like if you're spamming the frost skill right now, that could really hinder you when they nerf that and when they actually put a cooldown on that, because you won't be used to chaining your combos. You'll have to learn probably those combos if you haven't been using them the whole time. So it's gonna really hinder you more than benefit you, really. People still duping? No. They took out the items that were duped, is what they said. And people who did dupe, they got a 15-day ban, so it shouldn't be as bad anymore. We did see on Reddit though that we're transferring their items over alts. You might have seen people putting +10 weapons on the broker. Apparently that's what they were doing, according to Reddit. Right after server restarts, yeah, that's a smart way to go. The thing that people are saying is that when you gather the nodes, the regular nodes, the turbines, they share spawn with them so that they'll start spawning, kind of thing. Isn't master armor smithing takes 16.5k to get from professional? Looks like that's the same for jewel crafting as well. I'm almost there, but yeah, it looks like same for handiwork too. It has 0.45 set S. Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. What would you craft to get so much XP? Oh, never mind. Sorry, Edgy. It is a video I can send, but you can't send it over. The important stuff. Half going on. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll look at that in a second then. Or I'm sorry, after this. After this, I'll look at that for sure. Well, I need to see if I sell anything or if anything's sold. Go broke right now. Nothing sold, but God, market's so saturated too right now that it's hard to sell like the crystalline magic powder or anything like that.
Better run my dog out real
So saturated.
Blind, though.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can pick up.
Yeah, the 50% crafting buff. Yeah, if you look for crafting parties, you'll probably see them recruiting like all the time. That's the way to go. You do that, and then you get the 20%. You either convert currency like honor and adventure points into Lumina, or you have to just buy it from the cash shop. The 20% stacks with that 50% party buff. You just do it that way. You have to have like all 5 races, I believe, of the Hyren. You get like a Masku, a Lupus, a human, an elf, and then all in the same party basically, and then you can get that crafting buff. Hey Zell, I am. Later on. I am. Ah, you know it's bad when you can't even afford the flight pass. Well, let's see. Gotta use these then. That's when you know you're broke. What are some of the in-game activities available in this game right now? I was thinking of picking it up. Right now, it's very hard to do a lot. I'll be honest with you. The dungeons, the in-game ones are pretty much nigh impossible to do right now. You might be able to make it through Patala. My group and I, we were doing Patala last night. We made it to the second boss, but everybody was tired, so we stopped. But Turris is really like darn near impossible to finish right now. Like the last boss will probably enrage and just kill everybody if you get that far. And that's the boss that has confirmed to drop gear, so it's really tough right now. And then world bosses or raid bosses, we did that last night for the second time. You spend a good hour and a half on those now, and they only drop like the most anybody got was one person got a ring. One person got 1 ring. That was it. It was a purple. The set bonus was nice, but if he wants to complete the set, he has to kill 2 more of those now. The world bosses need an increase on their loot table. I'm sorry, the raid bosses need an increase on their loot tables. I would hope that the world bosses get better loot tables before they come out. It's tough across the board right now. The PvP is decent, but there's classes that are still having issues with it. I would say just wait until the balancing patch earlier this week and see how the game is right now. Yeah, the game is. Don't want you to get in here because it's really hard to level up right now, and just you know have the worst possible experience ever leveling up. I'd say just wait until that balancing patch. 15-day ban for duping. It should be permanent. Yeah, it really should. Really should be. At the very least, I'm glad that they took out the. Wait, we were going to Dust Bowl, right? Wait a minute. Oh no. Tell me they're still flying over. Can't tell if they're running or flying. Hold on. Teleport to Dust Bowl. Okay. We are supposed to be in Dust Bowl right now, right? So confused why they're running that way. But yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna stream a little later on there. Little later. 15-day warning, 15K. Yeah, if it happens again, then definitely should be banned. And they did take off the items, so hopefully that will help at the very least. Oh, hi. Hi, Predator. Yeah, so hopefully that helps at the very least, though. Wow, that was casual. It was just a casual Zerg coming over. But anyway, let me see here. You can get the We Are 1 buff that gives you 50. Yeah, exactly. Yep, that's the one. Thank you so much. Is jewel crafting profession worth at the moment? The jewel crafting is starting to get pretty saturated, but it is worth it. But the thing is, it's hard to go into the dungeon and get the item you need to upgrade from professional to master. I would say yes, it is worth it. If you're interested in jewel crafting, just go for it. Start getting up to the point where you can craft the purple jewels, because if you put them on there, they're gonna sell like hotcakes. They are selling so fast right now. Probably gonna continue to sell for a while too. Let me see here. I don't have any food. Thank you so much, by the way. No problem. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You don't want that to be your first experience with this game. You don't. That's why I'm saying definitely wait for that balancing patch. Exactly. Thank you, Melanie. I appreciate it so much. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hope I didn't miss any. Let me see. Guild Wars 2. Got permabanned immediately. Oh, yeah. Aiming scrolls from the support box. Keep or sell. I would say keep them. Tame all the pets you can. Eventually, you're gonna get to the point where you get to like apprentice taming. Or I'm sorry, what is the next level of taming? You'll get past apprentice taming into skilled. You'll get like a 70 pet increase. Like you'll have that total. It'll start getting much better because the difficulty on the taming is gonna get reduced. Eventually, you'll only have to do like 2 poggers instead of 4, and then on the the big ones you'll get like 3 instead, and it'll go slower. You get taming outfits. I'd say any taming scrolls you get, just use them. Use them. Private instances with turbans in them. It seems you're broke. Yeah, no, leave. That's what I'm trying to find. I've been trying to find those for ages now. Definitely need to get those turbans. Halfway to master. Oh yeah, you're sitting pretty then. The late game update will come. So first main thing that they're working on is the balancing of the classes. They said that was going to be early this week. So hopefully that fixes a lot of the issues with Ranger and Berserker right now. Honestly, it would be nice as well if Berserker got classic action or classic camera, and then the rest of the class got action as well. So that's in the feedback too. But yeah, that's the first thing that's coming. And then in terms of the end game, hopefully that'll be coming this week as well, though they haven't said that much about it. But the feedback is there though. How's your FPS? You get terrible drop rates in Overworld. At the moment, it usually runs much smoother than this, but I gotta be honest, right now I'm getting like 40 frames steady. I'm supposed to be getting like 90, but there's a lot of people around here, so that might be the issue as well. And there's about to be some mass PvP down there, so as well, which I should probably get in on. What am I doing while we're waiting? Oh, baby! This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. I bet you're a nice mage, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Whoa, whoa. Come here, baby. What am I doing? Why am I just watching this happen? Let's go. Oh, healer. Hold on. Ah, resistance. Give me a second with the questions, please. I'm so sorry. Give me a second. What is he resisting? Ah, we're going to go down. We get in that. Ooh, that's tough. You found like 4 or 5 turbans within 10 minutes. Now you can't find anything for hours? Oh, man. What? I did find a turban yesterday. I felt like I struck gold. It honestly did. It was like, oh my god, yes, please. More turbans, please. We got him on the run. See, for those of you who are worried about the mana, honestly, just incorporate that #1 skill in your combo. It's in the frost and the lightning tree too. You'll be all right. Be all right. Cause every little thing is gonna be all right. And apparently, I missed that. Check it out now. Excuse me, Kylo. Excuse me, please. Ow. Alright, where's their healer at? Hold on. Oh, Shampoo's in here. Hold on. Revenge, man. Revenge, man. Shampoo. 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 Baby, you. You know I love you. Yes. Oh my god, we got Shampoo. What the heck? What was that? That was so cool. And ice. Yeah, damage is really low right now, though. It's the area right where you're currently at, just FYI. Oh yeah, we usually do find a lot of turbans over here. You're right. I don't have a lot of luck here, though, when I search for turbans here. I don't know why. I just come at the worst times, I think. It's usually at prime time when I'm coming here. I should come, like, late at night kind of thing. You silence me, sir? Come here. Come on. Ah, mana. Okay, at this point, mana does suck. Let me build mana off of you, sir. Thank you. Haha, silence. I don't think so. And okay, so back to questions. Would you recommend the game as is? I would say wait for the balancing patch early this week. Wait to see how the game gets changed in that regard, and then look into it. Ranger and Berserker are in a very tough spot right now, so hopefully they fix that up. Shampoo! Yes. If you're in a disputed zone and you're looking in a protected zone, you can see Turban spawn in a protected zone. Never reach. It's such a tease. Oh no. That's tough. I usually go for the disputed zones, but I didn't know that about the protected zones. Also, hi DDF Star, what's going on? Yeah, we got that PvP. Got that PvP. See, that's the ice spam that you just saw right there. We'll be fine without it, though. I mean, if they give us a mana regeneration skill, that'd be nice. But yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine without it. What's the best pet skill you have so far? Mine's intermediate defense. I got lucky with mine, though unlucky at the same time, though. I got super lucky with my mount yesterday. It's epic. I have the nocturnal moderate, which means at nighttime this thing goes zoom zoom, and I have sprint as well to increase it by 20%, and both of those stack. So that one is my like godlike mount right there. And then my scarab actually has 2 spell powers, 1 moderate and 1 starter, but the starter one got canceled out because of the moderate when I got it to epic. So I got overly lucky on that one too. Hey Donut. Yeah, I know. Alright, we gotta go. At night it goes super fast. Oh god. We get some really good fights out of the PvP though. We get some really, really good fights. Really, really good fights. How's the performance of the game? Worth paying $30? The performance is in a tough spot right now. It's when you increase uncap your FPS and uncap the amount of cores that the game uses. You have to go into the config files to do this. It's decent, but some people are saying that even wasn't working for them. So I'd say you might have issues with the optimization, but there is fun to be had in the game right now. Though there's just a lot of stuff that needs fixing. I'll be honest. There's a lot of stuff that needs fixing, Dan. They're releasing a patch this week. If you're interested in waiting, I would say just look at what happens after that patch. It's supposed to be a balancing patch, but it might include some optimization in there as well. Hopefully it does. Yeah, Ranger's in a tough spot right now. Oh, congrats, DDF. Congrats, yes. Turbans are harder to find now. Yeah, when the game first came out, turbans were everywhere. Turbans were everywhere. Mainly because people were still leveling up and they weren't worried about the turbans. That was the time to farm them, but now they're a rare commodity. People still get lucky, and they do find turbans at the right times, but yeah, it's harder now to find them. How'd you get your camera so back? This is a result of the camera fix. So this is also included in the FPS guide I was telling you about. I can actually link that to you right now. This is how. So yeah, that link there will take you to, let me make sure that actually goes there. Graphics, INI, tweak guide. Yeah, so what they submitted in there, if you go to the link that Sneak linked, that is going to have in there camera. Let's see, where is it? It's probably the FOV change, actually. Yeah, aspect ratio FOV. That's the one you want. That's the one you want. That'll fix it. What server do I play? Tanara, the North American server. No problem, DDF. No problem. Is there a CD on turbans yet? And if yes, yeah, apparently there is, and people have been saying that it's about 3 to 4 hours. I haven't timed it myself though yet. They lowered mage damage to 1/5 of what it was. Tough. Not every mage spam is that biting cold. Yeah, not every mage does. But if you use Dispel to get the 30% spell power bonus, and then one of my friends found out, or guildies I should say too, that if you have the fire stance as well. Switch off of the fire stance because it gives you a critical hit for so many seconds. It's about 9 or 8 seconds actually. It's actually pretty long compared to the Berserker one. Then you could spam that biting cold and get at least 5k to 6k crits a second. Even now, it'd be at least 4k for sure. It'd be crazy. But yeah, it still tears through us. Yeah, we'll be fine without that biting frost though. We will be fine. Maybe we get a mana regen skill, but they definitely, other classes need their attention more than ours do. PvP we still do all right. Still decimate. think your weapon needed to be repaired. Yeah. Oh, if you're talking about mine, then yeah. Oh yeah. It does. I'm out of repair hammers though, except for the bronze. So broke, you can't even afford repair hammers. I can't even afford the flight pass. My God, it's a struggle. The game isn't optimized for the newer hardware in the last few years. I switched out my 1080 Ti and the FPS. Really? Oh wow. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely needs to be fixed as well. They told us originally that they were working on getting DirectX 11 in the game. With all the stuff that's going on right now, there's no telling when that's going to actually happen, but it would be nice. It would be really nice. Got a worse system and one runs great. That actually makes sense. That does make sense, yeah. So hard to tag these mobs. So used to playing on the action camera too. Bought the game leveling yesterday, seems fine. As a mage, I need... Yeah, no, as a mage, I could imagine the leveling's fine, but as like a ranger, berserker, even a paladin, because paladins run out of mana so quick early game. I don't know if they fixed that part up yet, but I remember when I tried a paladin before this last patch, like one combo and you're out of mana. Like 3 skills and it's just gone. But Rangers and Berserkers definitely sound like they have a tough time early game for most people. I guess something about UE3 just doesn't run very well on new hardware. Yeah, which is surprising too. Surprising.
Yeah, kill them things.
Figured it would, considering it's an older engine, but our engine just like blaze through it. But yeah, guess not. How's Endgame Mage compared to the Ranger at the moment? Endgame Mage is doing so much better than Ranger at the moment, and a little too much better. Most of the time, you're going to see a lot of mages spamming what's called Biting Bolt or Biting Frost. Forgot what the skill name is right now. I always forget what that skill's name. But this essentially, you see that fox just getting ice. That's what that is. So Rangers are in need of some help. Mages, we actually got more charges on our mobility. Like we have 3 teleport charges now, and because we can upgrade our teleport to get us out of CC, it means we have 3 chances to get out of CC, along with distortion, which makes you invulnerable for about 5 seconds. We have a silence as well, and we have a mana shield, which basically acts as a second health bar. So, Rangers need some help. Rangers and Berserkers. Now Paladins never run out of mana? Okay, good. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Alright, so they fixed that then. 45. Was that before or after the PvE patch though, Zach? Because no, before the patch, we hit 45 in like 24 hours or less. A lot of us just like went ham, didn't sleep, and we hit it super quick. But after this patch though, it made a lot of stuff like that a lot harder. Like you can't solo the 13 dungeon and the 22 dungeon. Is what a lot of people are saying now. And the dungeons, the in-game dungeons, got made extremely hard. We were trying to do it like the traditional way, like an old school, like in World of Warcraft, for instance, and games like that, where you'd have to sleep the mobs. You know, you have to CC them so that you could take on a few at a time. We actually tried doing that too, and it was working really well in Turris up till we got to that staircase, and then we had like 20 of those mobs coming down at once because they were coming too fast, and they were just too powerful. And we weren't like freshies in there. Like most of us had 7.5k plus gear score went in there. Like I had 7.7. The other mage that was in there had 8.4. Like no, it wasn't like a fresh run either. But we were still getting dunked. You can spam flame or ice tactic 1. Pretty good region. Yeah, exactly. That increases the mana absorption a lot. That's what I recommend too. Thank you so much, by the way. Yeah, you just spec up. Let me see if I can open the menu before they attack another one. Yeah, magic shot though. I have that upgraded all to the right. You can see it on here right now actually. Obtain max mana 1%, 1%, 1%. Helps a ton. Like, darn it. That one right there though. Nerf Mage. One shot everything. Yeah, we know, Blade. Trust me, I have submitted that alone 3 times. 3 times. With screenshots. So they've heard our balancing issues loud and clear, they said. So we're hoping that when the patch gets released, that'll be fixed up. It either needs a cooldown or a reduction in damage, and then Thunderbolt also needs one as well, because Thunderbolt it only does like, I'd say 60% of the damage of the Cold Snap, but Thunderbolt also doesn't have a cooldown, and yeah, so that has the potential of becoming the new Cold Snap. So I included that in there as well. We'll be fine without the Cold Snap though. It's not the way the game's supposed to be played right now.
Do you have any,
I can still solo the 13. It's slow. It's not fun. Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, they see long term. They might have been going for that too, where they wanted to nerf the dungeons to the point where you had to duo, trio, and stuff like that. But we're not 100% sure on what they were going for there. Like it might have just been a mistake, and you're supposed to be able to solo those still, because that got nerfed across the board. Bring me Thanos! Oh, there's another group here. Okay. How do you put a tag on people in raid parties? Oh, you can actually like click on them, and then as a raid leader, you can actually mark them like that, or you can remove all the marks, kind of thing. And authorize people to set the marks as well. You can also bind it to your hotkeys as well to do it that way. So how did you get all those Dragon Balls to enhance your gear? By doing things like this. Hold on a second. We're in Dust Bowl now, so I need to make sure that I reset these earlier, but just in case. The monster book quest, like once you get to stage 3, it actually gives you the crystallized magical powder. Doing stuff like this, and just doing, let's see, what else? If you can find an elite mob to farm on, that's the thing to do too, but it's much slower. And then like doing dungeons to get the adventure points to spend in here. You could, in theory, well, if you do the honor one, you could just buy them outright. Yeah, there's a couple different ways to get those condensed magic stones to upgrade your gear. This is the best way. One of the best ways. What's the best ability for Mage? Well, at the moment, the Cold Snap. The Frostbite. I would say, in terms of like what's going to hit the most, though, why am I with this right now? Oh my god. The skill that's going to do the most damage in the Mage tree right now is probably going to be 1, Frigid Spear, or 2... Frigid Spear is like one of the most powerful ones out of there for sure. 3 messages below me he asked if you should buy it. I would say you might want to wait until the balancing fix comes in, and then hopefully they fix up the PvE, so we'll know how it's truly supposed to be. Then I would check it out. Then I would do that. Hey Marshall, if you don't mind having a tough time though right now, and then having that fix get applied on this week, then you can go ahead and buy it now if you're interested. Also, to Blade and Soul to hit 7.7 gear score, you have to go into Kobold Hold and get the blue gear, the level 37 blue gear, and put runes in it. That pluses your stuff up, and you also got to get a plus 10 weapon that helps. Jewel crafting as well, get your jewels. You can buy them off the broker. Best time to camp the auction house is right after the PvP event, the arena, because that's when people will get all their mats and just start putting the rings up like crazy. You make a lot of money off of that as well if you're a jewel crafter. Also, what's up, Deadpool? What's going on? Also, I'm reading this chat, man. This guy's chat. Wait, hold on. I said I hit 45 with my Berserker about 48 hours after the game was launched, and the leveling was bad, as people are saying. No, it wasn't. It wasn't as bad then as it is right now. If you delete a character that has your founder pack, will you lose them? Yes. Yes, you will. Don't do that. Yep, on to Nara. Yeah, on to Nara, the North American server. Okay, sorry, Zach. Misread that. My bad, my bad.
Okay.
Okay, I should be able to see. If you have a question as well, you should tag me too, so I can see it easier. Sweet, there we go. Alright. When they fix the bug where you can claim your compensation, it doesn't go to your mail. That's still happening to you? You're not able to get it in your mailbox right now? If you want, put that in the feedback channel with the Blessed Discord. It'll get picked up by a community leader, and they'll forward it to them. Relay that information. Can you transfer the founder pack stuff from one character to another? You cannot. No, you cannot. Hopefully they implement a way to do that in the future. That would be nice. I can go for your tactics. I'm trying to get an idea. I'm actually gonna make a guide and some tips videos on a tip video on Mage, but I'm waiting until after Cold Snap gets nerfed, or I just call it Cold Snap, but it's called like Biting Frost, I believe. Biting Cold, that's what it's called. Biting Cold. Just waiting for that to get nerfed so that people will actually need to initiate their combos properly, and they'll actually need that kind of stuff. Because right now the best thing, honestly, to do as a mage, unfortunately, is do that Cold Snap. Just activating disenchant, the 30% disenchant bonus, and then switching off of the fire stance to get the crit bonus, and you crit like 4 or 5k a second. 7 gold before the patch. Now you got 1. What's up with that? Well, that shouldn't happen at all, but that needs to be addressed as well. That's happening to you. That sounds... Have you tried relogging since that point, Deadpool? At all? That sounds really good, really bad. Not saying really good. How do you find these parties? This is a guild party that I'm in. I would say the best thing to usually do is try to join a guild. I don't think there's any pug monster hunts going on right now, but I think I've seen a couple. So I would just say, like, if you're not in a guild, type in faction chat, looking for group, monster hunt. Do that kind of thing, and then you might get an invite. Perhaps those guilds that don't, and then they'll lead you through it. It might be a little confusing the first time around. You might not know exactly what's going on, but if they invite you to Discord and explain it, or you just like look at what they're doing, you'll figure it out. Or did you respect that too? Hopefully you didn't take off one of those abilities accidentally. Yeah, also to claim if you haven't already, I think he said that when he claimed it from his account inbox it wasn't going to his mail, but just in case, yeah, you got to go to account inbox and claim it there first. Also messaged them in the Discord. I claim the... Yeah, exactly, that's what Blade and Soul said. Okay, so would you mind then searching me up in the Discord and sending that to me, Blade Soul? I think if you search me up in the Blessed Discord, I should pop up there, hopefully. But I can try to relay that. I'm also going to copy that and send that to myself, just so that we'll have that to relay to them. We'll just add that in there. Submitted tickets too? Yeah, that's got to be addressed. So we'll put it in there to relay to them, but I will be honest, there's a lot that needs to get fixed at the moment, so it might take a while for that kind of thing to get fixed. I am getting broken chat, aren't I? You guildies are having a hard time because Mage and Zerker and I'm Pally. Do you think the patch will help? Yeah, the patch balance should help this a lot. I would say I would say give it till then, see what happens. If anything doesn't get fixed, we'll just keep relaying that information until it does. Sorry, I gotta catch up because yeah, my chat was broken. I'm so sorry about that. Let me see here. Have you done Migratoris? We have. We tried it since the PvE nerf. It's like impossible to get past the staircase right now. Thank you so much, by the way. Because you have to spend Lumina to get past that part. You have to die and then spend Lumina to pass it. Because so many of those mobs will start spawning from that gate. You get like 20 imps kind of thing coming down the staircase. So it's rough. And then in terms of getting your item that you need to progress further, a lot of people are having that not drop for them right now.
What are you guys doing? Chasing?
I haven't tried armor smithing personally and went in there and claimed it. But if it's like jewel crafting, you have to get it from the last boss. But the last boss is really difficult to do right now. Like just almost impossible, really. Then let me see.
Got one and died to the other two.
Great work. Oh, thank you so much, Jables. And then let me see here. Enhance gear or gear upgrade. Yeah, I'd say from level 34 to 45, do your main quest right now. And then go from there. Do your main quest, side quest, and monster books. Just kill as many mobs as you can in an area. Just farm that up, and you'll be all right. And in terms of your gear, I would say try to get to 37 and start doing Kobold Hideout. Get the 37 gear out of there, and then start plussing that up and put runes in it. You'll be a lot better off. That'll increase your gear score to the point where you can be ready for Deadmines hard when it gets fixed as well. And then, of course, get your jewels and get all that stuff as well. Also, let me pop out the chat. Hold on, I'm trying to catch up. Apologies. Is it worth it to plus 10 your weapon? It absolutely is worth it right now. Especially because the loot tables aren't really doing that hot at the moment, so they have to fix that up. But yeah, it is worth to plus 10 out your weapon right now. Okay. Should be able to see these better. You alter your files to get smoother gameplay. Yeah, we have to go by that config file to get smoother gameplay and fix the camera issues at the moment. So I'd suggest searching up the FPS Reddit fix. Even if you don't get smoother gameplay, you can at least fix up the camera issues a little bit and stuff like that. So it does help. For some people, they said it hasn't helped them a lot, but hopefully it'll work for you. XP and pet upgrades. Yeah, XP and pet upgrades help a lot. Also, the parameter skill. Also, to the person who asked me if I could open up my skill tree, as soon as we get out of combat, I'll open that up immediately. By the way, yes, so the pet XP, like you can get pets with experience bonuses. Like I had one that I got super lucky on. I got it to blue and it had the 42% experience bonus. Also, my ability window looks like this. Crud! See? Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll open it up as soon as we can, though. Basically, I upgraded my instant cast, like my meteor, my incineration, that kind of thing. I use the fire and mix stance. Those are the main two that I use. I'm interested in using lightning, but there needs to be something. It needs to get changed a bit. So I submitted feedback, but even if it doesn't get changed after the balancing patch, I might switch over to lightning as well. FPS fixed link, here you go. FPS fixed link. How are you feeling about the game right now? Can't be the experience. Where is your mouse? What mouse? You mean my game mouse is right here. What you talking about, Willis? I don't have a mouse pad if that's what you're talking about there. Thank you, Deadpool. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, exactly. Mahin, that's the one. Monster hunting. Exactly. And then if I don't answer your question, just re-ask it again. I'm trying to do like 3 things at once, but I will answer your question as soon as I see it. In the game right now, is it worth investing time into? I say it is, but I also say that at the moment it's going to be hard for you to level up right now if you're anybody. But it might be harder for you to level up right now. So if you might have a tough time at the moment. There is balancing patches coming early this week. It might be better to wait for that and see what happens there before trying to look into this game in terms of buying it. Just don't want you to get in here and have a bad experience right off the get-go. Would rather it be a good experience right from the get. And then yeah, level to max level, exactly, yep. So the monster, yeah, the blessed stones that you get to upgrade your gear, you can get them in various ways, like doing this. For instance, the monster books and the monster hunts with other groups. You can get them from Dragon Ball crystals or the blessing stone. What do they call those again? Crystallized magical power. You can get those from elite mob farming. You can get those in various different ways as well. You can buy them straight off the armor shop as well, the condensed magic stones, and then you go to a synthesis machine to upgrade your gear. Right mouse click pressed. Yeah, I hold my right mouse button. Oh, that's what you were asking. Yeah, that's exactly what I do. Yep. I had to get used to it to compensate for the classic combat. That's what I have to do. Did you have to apply those INI file changes to get the performance? Yeah, yeah. It was decently stable beforehand, but it felt like it got a lot better after that. But I know a lot of people were having major issues with the FPS though. Best way to farm dungeon points at 45. Yeah, the best way usually is to actually do this, the monster hunt. So if you have a guild, ask them about it. Ask them if you can get in a monster hunt. If you don't have a guild, join one and ask about it. This is probably going to be the best way to get those, along with doing the endgame dungeons. But the problem with the endgame dungeons is so incredibly hard to do right now that it might just be better to look for groups doing this. Is Assassin still due with 3 months? Yeah, it should be. As far as we know, it should be. Has your help channel been renamed to the Cry channel? I don't think so. Not yet. So sad the Reddit fix didn't help you. At least the camera's better. Yeah, I know. That's a shame that it didn't. Real shame. I really wish it did work for you too. Best way to level up at 35, level Zerker. Or, yeah, Zerker, level 35. I'd say go for the side quest, the main quest. Main quest especially. That's going to be your best way for sure. And then do the monster books. So whenever you can, whenever you start killing a mob like for a quest, just do all the stages. Like go for like kill it 12 times, then go to the second stage, kill it how many ever times, then go to the third stage as well. You could probably get a group going for this as well. Make things a lot easier. Combat and combat. Here we go. There are a lot of well, there's a lot of feedback. I don't know about crying. I don't know what you're talking about there, but yeah, there's a lot of feedback. There's a lot of stuff that does need to get looked at. The feedback that we have is just filled to the brim. Also, I missed that ice, by the way. Just absolutely filled to the brim. Is there a level of monster or any monster? Yeah, no. You don't have to have a specific level. I got the Dry Scarab, for instance, at level 8. That was below 15 mob. So it doesn't matter what level it is. It's all RNG in that regard in terms of what pet skill it gets when you upgrade it. So you essentially just keep trying until you get one that's good. And you just keep using the scrolls that you can. So if you only have the starter scrolls, just keep going to the starter zones and taming those mobs. Always tame like 15 or 20 of the same mob though, because you get more of an increase to your chances of success if you sacrifice a mob of that same nature, that same type. Also, thank you so much. Physis is unplayable. Targeting system for Berserker and Seto seems really bad for me. I don't play comfortable. Yeah. Yeah, I know. That, the action combat seems to be, it's not suiting the Zerker well, it feels like. A lot of people seem to have been having a lot of issues with it. Hopefully they'll put in the classic action combat for Berserkers and then the action one for all the rest. We're hoping. The other emissaries leaving Bless already. I've watched almost every video. You're definitely not required to stay. Like, you choose where to play your games, you choose where to spend your money. So in terms of them leaving, it's a shame to see that. I wish they. I'm sorry to them that they whatever they quit for, that it happened. But it does suck. It does suck. Other than that, I don't know what I could say. It sucks to see. I haven't heard about news on dodge mechanic that in yet, or are they going to implement it on dodge mechanics? You're talking about the iframe? Yeah, at the moment there's a lot of feedback, and I believe that's included in the balancing so that might be coming with the early patch. The patch that's coming early this week, so probably like Monday or Tuesday, that might come with that. Have you done the 43 dungeon after the nerf? Yep, we have. Harry, yep, that's right. Yes, we have. The 43 dungeon right now is so incredibly difficult to do. You have to basically cheese it, is the best way to put it. The only person who's gotten close to getting to the last boss is Neotuma, from what I've heard. And he had 2 mages, he didn't have a tank, 2 mages, a berserker, a paladin, and a ranger. And the mages were spamming ice as well, so the mages were spamming biting cold. And then, I don't know if they did do it, but the way you have to get past this gauntlet, where you have to climb up the stairs to get to the second boss, is you have to die and then use Lumina, get to the end of there, and then kill the gate. Is the confirmed way to do it, which is a really bad way to do it, because you're spending a lot of Lumina if you're doing that, I'd imagine. So, my group only made it past the first boss into that staircase because we weren't able to kill the mobs fast enough. So then 20 of them started spawning and running up and down the stairs. It was like 20 gargoyles and imps. It was more like 4 gargoyles and like 16 imps. But they were just spawning too fast. Didn't matter how much you killed them. It was just a nightmare. So we had to stop. Couldn't go any further. A lot of people had the same issue as well. You don't have to awaken the ability, right? It comes with it. No, you don't have to. Which ability are you talking about? Okay, so I'm finally able to open my skill tree. So this is what I usually go for. I upgraded the magic shot to son of a bit. I did upgrade, I can show you down here too, my blink to get the crowd control effect out of there, or out of it. The mana one is nice, but in PvP you definitely need that CC immunity because it's 3 chances to get out of CC. If you have the mana one and you get locked down, you have a very good chance of going down. The distortion can only be used when you're not really being CC'd, as far as I know. You have to actually be able to like step forward, kind of thing. I haven't really seen it as a way to cancel out a CC. Like if you're knocked down, you can't really use distortion. And I have the invulnerability on that one as well. Yeah, you can feed it to another pet as well. That's right. Did a 31 dungeon yesterday, and the last boss kept enraging and killing us. Yep, there's a lot of that going on right now. A lot of the PvE aspects need fixing. Because yeah, even if you have 5 people, it's still incredibly difficult right now, to the point where we're not sure if that's supposed to be that way. We're waiting on the balancing patch to see what happens after that. And if they're telling us that it's supposed to be that way, then I suppose we'll have to adjust. But I don't think that what it is right now is supposed to be that way.
Still need a couple more ogres.
There is 45 blue weapons. Yeah, it is. With runes, yeah, Nate, that's right. The 37 gear armor is best in slot right now with runes. The weapon, you want the 45.
Wow. Oh, you just disappeared on my screen.
Make sure I accept these. Okay. Bragging on that. Yeah, blue slotted. Yeah, blue slotted with rune. Really good. Exactly. Yep. Did you use your compensation on an outfit? No, I did not. I used what did I use that on? I bought a new skill deck, and then I got one of the memorization scrolls so I could set a new teleport location. I didn't use it on a costume though. I actually later on bought some Lumina, and I used that on a costume. But yeah, I used it on a. I didn't buy another inventory expansion, though I probably should have. I used it on the memorization scroll and then a new skill deck. Thoughts on life skills in this game? They're really rewarding. You can make a lot of money by using those life skills. If you're a pure crafter, then you have a lovely time in this game. There's a lot of resource nodes to be found. They're everywhere. And then if you find the turbines, you basically struck gold as well. As you level up your gathering and mining as well, you get benefits for that. Not only that, but if you're in a party that has life skill buffs, these help you a ton. So I'd say as a crafter and gatherer, would have a really good time in this game. The only part that's not going to be fun for you is the fact that when you get to max and when you get past a certain stage, like master, you do have to go into the endgame dungeons to get a material to progress further. Like when you get from professional to master, to get the promotion, you have to get a certain item out of a dungeon. And at the moment, that would be the part that's not fun for you. Best place to farm stone for Hiren.
I still got kills to
Ooh,
get.
I heard of this location.
I'm just standing here.
It's got dragon. It's either got dragon or wyvern in the name. Let me see if I can find it for you. Map, I probably can't. Usually the best thing to do, look for turbans. Go for the places that say quarry in the name. Try to find them there. Try to find the stone there first. But if you find a turban, just go straight for the stone. Let's see. Near the city, I believe, too. Hold on, I gotta mount up. There should be a quarry, like, south of the Hiren capital, though. It should be over there. Try to find it there. Yeah, I have a moment here I can show you. Okay, let's see. Also, that camera FOV affects the map as well, by the way. Quarry. Yeah, so south of Carthage University, you might find some stone there. Or turbans around that area. I'd look there first. Where do we get the 37 blue weapon? You can get it off of level 38, 39 elites. So like in Wyvern Valley, there is a Wyvern boss that you can fight over here. And then there's Kamuta, which is a pretty easy one to take down too, in Thunderstep Village over here. You can get blue weapons from there as well. Only thing is, you're probably going to need to take somebody with you because at the moment it's probably going to be extremely difficult for you to take those mobs down by yourself. With the PvE nerf, it's kind of tough at the moment for elite mobs. What do mage elements do? Okay, so the mage elements I can explain perfectly. I explained it perfectly yesterday, but hopefully I can explain it again. So the way it works is your elements are down here. You can stack these up by using skills of that nature. Like as I'm using fire skills, I'm building fire element. What you can do is the element that you're on, if you switch off of it, you can use some of that element to get a buff. So since I have fire buff, it increases my critical hit by 20% for the skills that I'm using and applies fiery curse for every fire skill that I'm using. So if you're in an ice stance, it would use ice, and you would gain that as you use ice skill and lightning, etc. So that's essentially how that works. You can also buff the conversion effects that you get by upgrading the stance skill itself, which I'm going to do as soon as I get more sapphires. That's essentially what the elements are. So like for the mixed stance, you could use that to expend one of the elements to gain some mana back.
Ooh, I need that.
Bot attack to slot 2 just in case. Yeah, it's a good thing to have. Absolutely. You definitely want to go for the 45 weapon though. Absolutely. Thank you, Maven. Thank you so much. Even with the nerf, would you suggest playing this? I'd say there's fun to be had, but honestly, if you're jumping in this for the first time, wait for the balancing patch. That's my recommendation. Wait for the balancing patch that's coming early this week. See how it feels afterwards, and then jump in. If you're interested. Right now, though, I wouldn't want anybody to jump in here right now and have a heck of a time because you don't know how to play. If you don't know how to play the game and where to go, you might jump in here and you might get absolutely decimated in PvE if you're trying to learn your combos and whatnot. Wouldn't want you to go through that right now. Thank you so much, Mavis. I appreciate it. To the point for Master Quest for crafting, I don't know. Yeah, a lot of those items too. Like, well, for the armor smithing one, I've talked to some people who don't even have that dropping for them. One of them, you have to go in Kobold Hideout to kill the last boss, and I've ran it like a good 15 times now, and still haven't had that drop. Like, I believe it's not the Cold Grudge extract. I don't think it's one of those though. One of those extracts that people are having a major issue with. Please add more story. They built really immersive world. Oh, please add more story. The I can say lore-wise, right now it's in a pretty interesting spot. Like if you read the lore, at some point the dwarves, because there is dwarves that exist in Bless, the dwarves might be coming back to us. I'd say during that point the storyline might get a heck of a lot more interesting as well. I hope that they bring them back. I really do. Because basically what happened in the lore is, making a long story short, the dwarves got pushed to the southern region, like this far south, by all the demons and whatnot that were invading. So, and they used to have an alliance with elves, so hopefully they come back soon. Maybe there's a dwarven hero that might appear, something like that. In the beginning of Bless's world, though, there were actual titans. There were old gods. The original titan was named Ymir, and there was a war between titans and dragons, skipping a little bit ahead. And from Ymir's lifeblood, the dwarves actually spilled. But yeah, over time, they got pushed, so they're not in our universe right now, but the dwarves might be coming back. No problem, Maeve. Thank you, Edgy. I appreciate it. Best jewelry you can probably buy from the auction house. Yeah, right after the 15v15 arena, I would suggest camp the auction house and refresh it. You can add those jewels to your favorites so that you get a notification for when they pop up, and then just bid on them as they come up. They cost you about 1 to 2 gold per. Just spam bid and then hope that you get it. It works like BDO system where it's a random chance to get it, no matter how many people bid on it or who gets it first. So yeah, there's that too. Reset these for next time. Okay. Ymir, roar. Yep, Ymir. When I saw that, I was like, oh hell yeah. Hell yeah, please. Is there more weapons in the game, or have they not added them in yet? Well, in the old Korean version, there was weapon skins for like Berserker could use a hammer, for instance. We saw a little bit of that in Step Haru's Ranger PvP video. They haven't added anything like that though yet. And in terms of like using a different weapon entirely, that's not a thing at the moment. We're not sure if that'll ever be a thing as well. Thank you, Solar. Yeah, I definitely try my best to keep it like that, because honestly, there's issues there that need to be fixed, and you guys should definitely know about them. And we should be able to address those and be honest with you guys. We should be able to be transparent. Because it's simple. That's what the gaming community needs, is transparency from both the developers and people in the community with this kind of stance, I guess, or position. Yeah, that's what I try to strive for, and hopefully it continues all around as well. Where the developers remain transparent as well, they keep working on these issues, that kind of thing. It's rough until you get some skills. The combat sucks. Yeah, the combat's in a tough spot right now for a lot of the classes too. But yeah, once you start getting your kits, it gets a little better. But there's still some classes that have issues, like Ranger and Berserker, for instance, too. Level 22 went Ranger. It's been fun the last few hours. Oh, the tutorial. Yeah, first 10 hours I could imagine being really rough, really rough.
Okay, we're done. Let's port out of here.
Let me see here. What are my options? Characters, level 9. You know what? You actually don't have to worry about that, Patrick. Right now, you can just go ahead and repair it at the blacksmith, because you're probably going to be switching gear so fast that it won't matter. So as soon as you're able to repair, then do it. Oh, so blacksmith level 13. I would say go back to the vendor. If it's your armor, go back to the vendor and buy some armor that way. If it's your weapon too, let me see here. Cliff said you might be able to buy it from the vendor too. Let me check here. Perhaps can find out. Definitely buy your armor from an equipment merchant though. Go back to an equipment merchant and buy your armor like this. In terms of the weapon, they actually have it. Yeah, they don't. For the weapon, it's a little tougher. But if you can access the auction house, buy some repair hammers, like even the base level repair hammers, the green ones like this, and then try to repair your gear as much as possible, your weapon. Do it that way and you'll be just fine. Still looking for that ability window. Okay, so this is it. Phew, I can actually access it now. So I upgraded my magic shot to obtain as much mana as possible. Helps a lot in PvP, especially when you gain mana. Even if someone's invulnerable right there, you could still gain mana from auto-attacking them. I also increased magic absorption to get that too. And then in terms of my damage, I go for my instant cast. Thank you so much. I increase my incinerate. This is like my bread and butter right here. And then meteor, I upgraded all my meteors. So this one, and this one, all the meteors, I love them. I absolutely love them. Kindle is the second one. I reduced the cast time on that because it takes a little while to cast sometimes to get to my second meteor. And this skill is supposed to stun people, but sometimes it doesn't. So I use that with the meteor. And then Fiery Eruption I upgraded a little bit, but I really needed to get to that meteor. Now these skills are strong as well, like the Flame Strike, but you have to cast it and you have to choose an area on the ground to put it. So that's why it's not as reliable. And I also use the mixed stance. I don't use this one too much, but I use it when these two are on cooldown. For this one, I love it. If you're single target, I go down the Static Charge, and then I go into Frostbite, and then Frigid Spear. And I upgraded this one. This is where you get your like 15, 16k hits from, or before the PvE nerf rather. You got some really powerful stuff out of that one. And then I upgraded my Static Strike, which is an AoE good for mass PvP, and then Thunder and Lightning as well. Really good for PvP. And then the last one, you get your really powerful Ice Wave PvP skill. It's like it's like in a cone kind of thing. Really powerful skill there. That's basically that there. And then for my non-stance skills, I upgraded the Silence. I go for that Silence because it's pretty important in PvP actually for like taking down the healers and whatnot. The Blink, I upgraded my invulnerability so that you can get out of CC. And then I have Mana Shield, basically acts as a second health bar. And then lastly, I take Distortion, fully invulnerability. That's all there is to it. Edgy, do it, do it. Guides on how to make bread, heck yes. And then what's a good farming method at the moment? Good gold farming method. I would say go for your crafting if you can. Thank you so much. In terms of, sorry. Find a turban. Find turbans if you can as well. But it's kind of tough right now. It's kind of tough to earn money at the moment here. It's hard to find out places to farm. But turbans, crafting if you can. Elite mob farm if you get it. That kind of thing. If you farm elite mobs, you can get some decent chunk of money. You can sell the trash items and the blue weapons that you get from it. Blue weapons and armor. Do it that way. I would suggest that too. How do you get higher taming scrolls? You have to go through enchanting or buy them from the auction house. Definitely want to go for enchanting if you can. Get an enchanting alt and start making them that way. Just farm stone and put it up. Or just buy them off the auction house if you really need to. I'm going to ask in raid here. Hold on a second. Sorry. Any way to farm more gemstones? For the skill gems kind of thing, once you get to max, it's kind of hard. You have to do the dungeon quest to get more sapphires. In terms of the barrels, like the parameter ones and the rose stones, those are very hard to get right now. There's like ways to really get them at the moment. But they might add some more ways to farm that in later. They should, but most of this comes from like leveling up. So once we get our stance levels going, that's when we can actually get more of those.
We need another pally in the third raid.
Does teleporting to dungeons cost real life money? And will they be adding the rolling mechanic back? Yes, that was included in the feedback about the rolling mechanic. And in terms of the real life money, teleporting to dungeons, yes, it does cost Lumina. If you want, what you can do as well is use your honor and your dungeon points that you get from dungeons and monster books and whatnot to convert that into Lumina. So if you convert, like let's say I were to convert 7,000 of this right now, you can only convert up to 60 Lumina per day, but it costs 75 to teleport to a dungeon. Eventually, you won't see a lot of that happening past a certain point because it does start to get pretty expensive. But if you really wanted to, that's what you could do. And you could farm that amount in a day easily. Like farm up to converting 60 Lumina in a day, or 50 if you don't have premium. Easily. As long as you're, I mean, you queue up for the PvP, for instance, and in about 2 PvP runs or so, you probably have enough. Okay, let me see here. See where people are going. I see many people split. I'm gonna wait until they start gathering. Is there a reason to upgrade / enhance a level 10 inferior XP pet? I would say if you don't have anything else, and that's like the closest you have to getting a purple, then yeah, you could definitely do that. And then at a later point, you can get a companion skill change scroll from either doing the event, or you could just get it off of the special shop. You should be able to get it from one of these two. Let me see. Yeah, like if you got 7,200 adventure points, then you could buy it from here. So yeah, it's still worth it to do that. Empathy, yeah.
How good is crit for a tank?
How do you get more anima? So anima is a tough one. In terms of getting that, the only way we've really seen it so far is to get it off of the support boxes, so that you can smash that down and get free pets and mounts. Other than that, though, we haven't really seen the animas yet. They're not in the special shop at the moment. Thank you so much, Zeph. I really appreciate it. And is there an option to turn off player names? There is not at the moment. Also, Wojak, what's your question? Yep. What about the ability skills? The ability skills? Oh, the parameters. So that one, I usually go for the intelligence. I usually go for as much of that as I can get. And then the ones that say giving damage increased by 3%, I'm pretty sure that means your damage is increased by that amount. So that one I try to go for as well. I'm actually going to go for the last one here, because it gives 10% more damage. That's the one I really, really want. But go for your intelligence, acceleration, frenzy. Acceleration is like your haste. Frenzy is like your critical hit rate kind of thing. And hits, that's really important for us as well, because when your skills miss, it messes up your combos for a mage as well. So that's what I try to go for as well. If you want to take a screenshot of this, feel free. Yeah, all the intelligence ones that I can get, I tend to go for too. Critical hit and whatnot too. Oh, and ability power. If you see any ability power, go for that too. One I'm going for right now, maxing out, is this one. That's going to be the first one that I max out. See you guys. Yeah, it was tough, because when the server started going down and people started getting locked out of where they wanted to play, and then we had some people switching factions, it got made tougher because Hiram started getting stacked. It was originally supposed to be where Union was supposed to be the most popular one. Hiram was supposed to be the underdog, but or at least even, at the very least. But that ended up getting changed. You get anemas from capturing rare pets and mounts. Oh, there we go. Your chance to get a harder tame. Makes the green bar smaller and more matches needed. Oh, you get a Nema from that too? Or I thought you just get the pet for that. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. I haven't actually had one of those happen yet on this version. I have in the previous version. Gives you the pet. Unless I just wasn't noticing the Anema getting put in my inventory. Here, hold on a second. Okay. Gaming, yep. You can't get past the second boss. The boss heals a lot. Have you done this after the DPS nerf? AJ, we didn't even get past the staircase to get to that boss. So, we did it, but yeah, there was way too many imps and gargoyles coming down the stairs, it was strange that we couldn't do it. We were at most of us were near 8K gear score, and it was just so tough. Oh god. No, they were spawning way too fast. We couldn't even get past the staircase, so no, we couldn't get to the second boss. I've heard that Neotoma went to I'm sorry, I probably saying his name wrong. Neotuma got to the fourth boss, couldn't get past to the fifth one, but he used Berserker mages with spamming ice as well. That's a clipping issue like none other. Oh, god. And then he also used a ranger and a paladin. No tank though. Dungeon points are you like in the special shop. Okay, let me. Oh, PvP is about to start, right? PvP, that makes sense, actually. But yeah, the dungeon points you can use in the special shop to get certain upgrades. Like, let's see here, your mirror skins, you want to buy at least 2 of those a day, and 1 can. These are what you can use to upgrade your chances of success past when you're trying to plus your stuff up to like plus 15. From plus 10 to plus 15, that's what you use. Horns for the weapons, skins for the armor. And then these you can also use good as well. When you're trying to upgrade your pet to like blue, purple, you can use these, which are really good as well. This one would be if you're trying to get it from purple to legendary. This one is from blue to purple, and the green one would be green to blue. There's a couple different things you can do with the adventure. Like, if you just want to get something random, you're having too much to spend, you get this one as well. That gives you a couple different rewards, including the horns. Have they announced when they're allowing us? They have not spawned. When they're going to be allowing us to level up the stance levels, they have not.
The raid has been disbanded.
Wait, what?
What
the fuck?
What just happened?
What the hell?
Please select a valid target.
Yeah.
They got disbanded.
You gotta be kidding me.
What the fuck just happened?
Oh my god.
Fuck.
Yeah, we all got in there.
Whoa, what happened?
Wow.
Somebody was.
What happened?
What happened?
I just popped like a penalty thing and I couldn't click join.
I couldn't even click no to cancel that out.
So it wasn't just me then. I thought I fucked up.
Hell.
What the hell?
Oh my god.
Oh, the guild name is Chernobyl.
We just had a queue pop, and then for some reason that notification just popped up that prevented us from actually going into the PvP. Oh my god, what happened? Oh, time to add that one to the feedback as well. Let's see here. If it happens again, I'm gonna take a screenshot.
Penalty for not accepting something.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Thank you so much for watching, Savvy. Thank you. Oh my god.
X up, X up, X up.
Gotta get back in there now.
Or did people get in?
Did the other group get in?
I didn't get in.
The duel is over.
Stummed. We're missing 2 people.
Oh, I'm in a random group.
Okay, so then we're missing 1.
Yeah, just run with this one for the first one, I guess.
Hold on, I need to explain this to them. They need to take a screenshot.
I can't leave, and I probably got like a deserve buff or something, huh?
It said we can't queue for a minute.
Queue now.
Does that pop up right when you queue this?
Yeah, it pops
Yeah,
up
okay.
instantly.
I need to take a screenshot. That happens again. Can you make a guide on your build? I'm waiting for the cold snap skill to get nerfed before I make a guide or tips, because a lot of people are just going to end up using that anyways. But yeah, I will though. I'm intending on doing that. I want to do that. Absolutely. What's the punishment do? Locked out? Well, yeah, locked out, and the fact that we have to waste more time in the queue before we can actually even get in. Piling up. So we gotta we gotta take a screenshot if this happens again. Oh man,
We're missing
that's rough.
a guardian.
So many bugs, yeah. A lot that needs
We
fixing.
queued up with 2 missing. One's in another match and then the other guardian.
See, there was an issue yesterday where our queues were taking way too long. Like, we were in queue for the entire hour that PvP was supposed to be going on. So we relayed the feedback, and there was a maintenance this morning. So I hope this isn't a result of that. I really hope this is a result.
Tim and Greenpeace.
Oh my god. You know what, guys? Look on the bright side. At least we, at least we have a game to play, right? Nah, I'm just kidding. They'll They'll get this feedback. They'll get this feedback. I'm gonna try to put it on Uber Red Alert. Like, hey, oh my God, we're getting canceled out of the PvP queues. We need a PvP, man. Please. Screenshot the bot. Yeah, I'm gonna do that too. Just in case anybody can't get a screenshot to me sooner. I'm gonna have to go back through. Man. It's... And, yeah, there's gonna be a lot to... Ooh, weekdays! Weekdays! Oh, he's not wearing the hoodie. Wearing the hoodie. Oh, yes he is. Dude, weekdays looks awesome. I'm gonna take a screenshot with weekdays. Hold on. Let's get our Panthers up. Hold up, wait a minute. Panther's so much smaller than yours, man. Not fair. Jeez. He's AFK, but still. Alright. Been trying to find every other one that I could and take a picture with him. 24K people still playing at the pump. Yeah, no, it's still got a huge population. Still stuff to work through. People still getting queues as well. But yeah, there's stuff to fix. Absolutely.
Whoa, I'm not used
Last
to
night,
dying
yeah, exactly, Edgy. That's what happened to us too. We got stuck in the queue for the entire hour. Oh, that sucked. That sucked too. Some people did get in, but they were mostly solo queuing. It looked like a thing where if you're doing it with a pre-made kind of thing, that
Oh, we're up against fucking Predator.
Yeah, we're cute.
Fucking
that sometimes it only puts you up against mostly pre-mades or just pre-made entirely, which makes sense. But even then, it feels like the queues kind of take a long time.
Loot method has been changed.
Oh, loot method has been changed. Okay. Yo, SPCL, what's going on, man? Glad to have you with us. How's it going? Close out that other chat. Okay, there we go. Queue. Other groups still in queue too. Okay. Okay, yeah, if anybody gets that notification again, I'm going to take a screenshot here. If you guys are queuing up for PvP right now and you get that notification we're talking about too, please take a screenshot. We will forward that to them as soon as we get it. All I need is a screenshot, then we're going to put it at Mega Ultra Red Alert. Can't get our queues to pop properly. Okay, well in the meantime, I'm going to go to my home base and start farming on mushroom. Also, that issue you're seeing with my map, that's a result of the FOV, because I changed that manually in config files like a lot of people did. That's what's going on, if you're wondering. That doesn't happen to everybody. Enjoying the PvP? Yeah, PvP's fun, man. A lot of the classes are having, a couple of the classes are having a rough time in it right now, but yeah. In my regard, I'm having fun on the PvP. Heck yes. The PvP is intense. Remember... Oh, what the heck? Oh, okay. Thought that was a bug for a second. Oh, okay. Oh, hi, person. PvP is intense right now. Can you show your staff? Sure, yeah, my staff is right here. +10, the Fortune Teller Magic Wand of Light. On the skill, I have the Magic Block. Translation is a little vague there, but I believe it's talking about Distortion or Mana Shield. One of those two, I'd imagine. Because Distortion, to get it to do this, you actually have to upgrade it. So probably talking about the Mana. But yep, that's the one. Your army's about to break. What army? I hope we don't. Oh. Let's see.
Please select a valid target.
Okay, looks like some other people got their queues popped. Someone had it bug out for them. Gotta screenshot it. Gotta screenshot it. You know when they are fixing classes? Yes, they had a recent announcement that stated that the class balancing. They heard us loud and clear. They're working on it. So they said that early this week the patch would be releasing. So we're hoping that it fixes a lot of the class balancing. So I'd say give it till like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at the latest when they should be doing this. They're working on it this weekend though. Oh, my armor. Sorry. Yeah, I know. I'm so broke right now. I can't even afford the flight pass, let alone I can't even buy my armor hammers or my blacksmithing hammers. Oh my god. It's because I have a lot of stuff to sell. Like I could sell these Ymir skins and the Dragon Balls and the horn. I'm sorry, the condensed magic stones and the horns, for instance. Even the crystals. But the market's so saturated right now that it'd take ages for that stuff to sell. I actually have a lot of it on the broker right now, waiting for it to sell too, at the lowest price. Just gotta wait for the auction house flippers to get in there and start getting rich, because those auction house flippers are gonna help a ton. Buy low, sell high. They'll buy our low and sell their high. I'm okay with that. Okay, there's nothing in this channel for me to gather, it looks like. Switch and go farther outward. Oh, here we go. See if anybody PM me that screenshot. Okay.
Oh, I just got 3 Rangers on me.
Which class does the founder's outfit look best in? Ooh, that's a tough one. But it really depends on what class you are too. But class-wise, I'd say maybe a Guardian. It just something looks so cool to have that shield on your back with that outfit on. I think Guardians look really cool with that outfit. I'm gonna have to say Guardian. Gonna have to say Guard. Archers so bad. Yeah, Archers need help right now. They really do. Berserkers too. Berserkers too.
I just didn't take something away to gain something, but a lot of people messed up. Like a lot of non-combat or non-weapon.
Where be the resources? Oh, there's the mushrooms. All right, cool. Hope I find a turban. Screwed the market a ton. Yeah, they said that they've been removing the items that people were duping, Dan. But yeah, it's probably gonna have a forever ripple effect throughout the economy, because what people were doing. There was a Reddit post that got linked, and they were saying that the people that were duping admitted to trying to transfer that stuff to their alts, that they could avoid the dupe, avoid the ban and whatnot, and the removal of the items. So the day that that Reddit post was posted, you saw a lot of +10 weapons going up on the broker. So more than likely, that's what they did, which is a shame. Did my face cam freeze? Holy crap, it did. Didn't freeze. That's just an illusion. Hold on, let me reconnect that. It never happens. That's so weird. What happened? It went into screenshot mode. Deactivate, activate. Holy cow. Wow. We're back. Thank you for telling me. Thank you. Thank you. Wow, that's weird. I just had the screenshot mode toggled, that's all. Yeah, we're still waiting on our queue to pop. I hope this isn't another waiting an entire hour thing. I think if we get past the 30-minute mark, I'm probably just going to solo queue, and the rest of us are probably going to do the same. Because at least that way we get in some PvP, even if we lose, kind of thing. Philip, Emissary. Oh yeah, it's the Emissary costume, Philip. Sorry, I'm catching up, I'm catching up. Yeah, Dan, yeah, absolutely. But most of it should be gone as well. Really? It's been frozen for a while? Oh, crud. Just so you don't know, it wasn't supposed to be like that. No. Oh, Edgy, my bad, my bad. I'm sorry.
Doesn't hurt to have an iron healer.
Sorry, it wasn't on purpose. It wasn't on purpose. I might have been looking at something. My bad. How much is a +10 weapon on the market? About for one-handed, I'm gonna say around 40 gold. Probably check right now, actually. Let me see. And then I remember like the two-handed going for like around 70 or something. It's also a buy high, sell low, sell high kind of thing.
Like that?
Here, might have them on here. 45.
Yep. You.
Actually, let's search it up by price instead.
I had no idea.
Oh no, so not the shields. Probably have some words on there. Yeah, so about 30 gold for the one-handed, and then around 60 to 70 for two. I think the two-handed. Whoa. Whoa. What? You guys seeing this? Two-handed hammer, two-handed axe? What? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Okay. Plus 6, 25 gold. Seriously though, what is that? Hold on a second, let me check something. Staff and wand. Oh, wand must be for warlock. At some point, possibly, or if the mage can use it. Whoa! I didn't see that. I didn't know that. Lucky. Oh yeah, I know. I'm super surprised to get that. Super grateful though. Super grateful. I love the outfit. But wow, that's cool. How do you zoom out so far? What's the line in the config file? Oh, the line in the config file. Let me go ahead and bring that up, and I'll tell you right now. One sec. How is the population now? Population's still a lot. There's still around 24, 25k people playing right now. It's still filled up to the brim everywhere. The elite mobs are always farmed at the moment. Population's quite a bit still, which is good to see. Which is good to see too. Yeah, there's a lot of people. Hold on. Bringing up the fix right now. FOV. FOV. Fix. Okay, yep, these are the ones. Okay, so for the camera, here you go. That's what you want. Maintain Y. So yeah, you change that from maintain X FOV to Y FOV. Yeah, actually I do. This is what you want to follow right here. One's for you, Boris. There you go. Thank you so much, Boredom. I appreciate it. Absolutely. Yeah, just really been looking for a while for a MMO to call home, and I'm hoping Bless is the one. Absolutely. Trying to keep that hope alive, you know. Trying to keep that hope alive. That's what you would change for the aspect ratio, though. Thank you so much, Boredom. Thank you, thank you. And then, of course, hopefully they fix all those issues as well. Still queued up? Alright. Let's see. Come on.
Yay.
Oh, seriously?
We get to the 30-minute mark. You guys think it'd be better to just solo queue at this point?
I don't know.
Because remember last time we were gonna try that, but it was too late at that point.
Tank Zen left raid. Why did he leave the raid? Did he go link that?
Oh yeah, I don't know why he left. Did he DC? Might have DC'd. Well, no, actually, that would have kept him in. Quick tips for max damage on Sork. No problem, Boris.
Oh, was he a pug or something?
Oh, it was a pug. Oh no. For getting your damage increased on Sorcerer, I can show you in just a second here. So you want to go for a lot of your instant cast abilities. There's a lot of good ones in there, like for the second stance, for instance, the mixed tactic stance, the static charge going into Frostbite, and then Frigid Spear. I upgraded this one a lot because that's where you be able to get like your 10k, 12k crits from. Usually like 15 or 16, but low base. Low ball is like 12, 10. But that's a really good spell right there. That's one of our most powerful ones. And then Icy Wave as well. I upgraded that one. If you're going for the cheese build, then what you just want to do is you just want this next part I'm about to tell you is only going to be viable until hopefully the spell gets nerfed, but I'll tell you in just a second here. The best way to quote-unquote cheese the game right now, as a mage is to just go for the frost tree and go straight for biting cold and just spam that on people. I would not recommend doing that though, because once that hopefully gets nerfed, that's going to mess you up. If all you were doing was spamming that skill, you might have a harder time memorizing all the combos and whatnot. It's just better to just start out. If you're planning on using the ice stance, then sure, for sure. Just try not to spam that, but you can if you want. If you're using the ice, it's up to you. But in that tree though, the ice one, another one to go for is the number 3 ability. Let me show you in just a sec. Did it freeze again? Tell me it didn't freeze again. Oh, I was about to say. In the ice stance, if you go for frozen ground and then go into frostbite again and then, oh I'm sorry, frozen ground, ice blast, and then frigid spear, so 3 RR, that'll give you another frigid spear on top of the mixed one if you're using it, so you'd be doing massive single target damage. And then for the lightning stance, the third combo is actually really good, but you have to get close to the enemy to actually use it properly. Like I can show you in just a second here since I have it on my other bar. I'll show you. And always go for the intelligence parameters, like your passives. Go for intelligence, go for frenzy, which is your critical hit, go for acceleration, which is your haste kind of thing. Go for those. And then also go for the ones that say give 10% more damage or give 3% more damage. That'll increase your FPS as well. I'm sorry, damage as well.
You guys still have a,
Is this game more CPU or GPU based? It's more, it feels like it's more CPU based, I want to say, but honestly, I don't fully know. It does cap out your cores by default though, but with the FPS guide, you can actually tweak that. Lesser 100 at a time, isn't it 9 stone per scroll? Yeah, Yang. A lot of people just craft them in bulk and then list them all at once kind of thing. But in terms of this stance, if you go for the frozen ground that I was telling you about, and then hit R for the hail and then frigid spear, you'll do a lot of damage there. Now the third one I was telling you about is if you do lightning explosion, you have to get close to him to do. This is the spell that I'm hoping gets some more attention. Piercing Wind. See that? How powerful and much potential that has. That right there. So if we had Thunderbolt on this one instead, on number 3, which by the way, Thunderbolt needs to get a cooldown as well, because just like the Ice Snap, it doesn't have a cooldown, just like the Ice Snap. This is what people do. See, so that Thunderbolt does about 60% of the damage of this one, but it still has the potential of becoming that bad. So I included that in the feedback as well. But again, this right here, Piercing Wind, it takes a lot of mana if I can get it off actually, but it's really, really freaking good. I think trying a Berserker right now is worth it at the moment. Berserkers are in a tough spot, but I do think if you like the class next, it is worth it. I'd say that they're definitely in need of a buff, and they're due for one. They're definitely due for one. But yeah, this is Piercing Wind right here, like a lightning beam kind of thing. Be a really, really good skill to have, especially upgraded. Can't find a party at the level 22 dungeon. Oh yeah, most people try to queue for that solo or duo. I would go for the dungeon entrance and just try to look for someone there. Hey, it's Jay. Can. And then someone who likes better cooking or alchemy, Chris, I'm gonna say cooking. I haven't fully found out what you can make with the alchemy yet, but since we don't use the energy potions that often anymore, you don't have to use your iframes for that. I'd say cooking. Those cooking buffs are really, really freaking good, especially for gathering. You're gonna make a lot of money from cooking. A lot of money. There is a gathering food buff you can get that makes your cast time for gathering like almost instant, so people can literally clear out turbines in those 3 minutes. Eventually. And then, as someone who likes trading in the game, I'm wondering how much item cloning has impacted the economy, in your opinion? That it's irreparably broken? I'd say that it's not irreparably broken, and they did remove a lot of the items that were duped. There is that ripple effect that's still there, that it might have a slight effect on the economy, but it's not going to be major to the point where if you like trading, you're going to be completely messed up at this point. The economy for you still be okay. It's just going to take a while for everybody to start getting to the point of earning that kind of money. They need to fix the loot tables as well, so that we can start earning some real cash. At that point, it'll get a lot better as well. Hey, Kid Cret. Oh, good fight on that. I'm not sure if I was in that fight or not, but either way, the PvP is awesome as well. It's intense. But yeah, for the person asking about the Berserker as well, definitely wait for that balancing patch before you can see the true potential of Berserker. But it is worth trying out just for now, just to see if you can get a feel for it or not. I love the little LeBlanc teleport they got going on there as well. It's really cool. No problem, pal. Didn't help. They really need to fix no archer damage. Don't worry, we have included that in the feedback. We got a lot of feedback for Berserker and Ranger. We do. So we relayed that to them already, and hopefully the balance patch that comes earlier this week is gonna fix that. And then yeah, I know it's hard to find dungeons. Low levels is. Let me see. Oh, Kane. Oh God. Like Michael Jackson, very immersive. Yeah, like a modern day Michael Jackson. No, it's not very immersive at all, really. But when it comes to, I know what you're talking about. Can you prevent your gems breaking from death in a dungeon? Try out gems. No, you cannot. The only way you can is if you put on green gear or gear without runes. That's usually the best way to go to avoid that. If you're worried about dying in a dungeon and losing your runes, don't put them on. Just do it without them. And the runes are not actually supposed to be like all breaking at once. That's actually not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be where you have a chance of breaking one rune kind of thing, but it shouldn't be just like a guaranteed all of your runes breaking at once kind of thing. Okay, yep. Alright,
I'm gonna take this opportunity to fucking leave and sell it.
Yeah, I think I am too.
People leaving.
Gonna solo queue. Can you prevent gem breaking? Oh yeah, sorry. Say Nerf DPS. Yeah, no, Jay. Yeah, they did. But yeah, hopefully that gets fixed up when they do the patch as well. Hopefully that gets fixed. I'm often getting failed to connect to server and my client closes. Is that the server crashing? So if you're getting it, depends on what server you want. Which server are you on, Nate? Because I would look at the Blessed Discord. Usually in the discussion channel, the general, they'll tell you, like, people will be posting about it if their server's down. So I would ask there, just to see. But it really depends on what server you're on as well. If it's one that's not supposed to be down right now, then that's not supposed to be happening. Need to get a hold of them cookies? Yeah, absolutely. Clear out turbines? Oh god. Is Lumina account bound or tune bound? It is tune bound, Mead, which that is included in the feedback as well. It would be nice if it was account bound, but yeah, it is tune bound. So if you're planning on making a assassin or like a mystic at some point, you have to save that in your account inbox.
Queues are ridiculous.
Yeah, I need to fix this shit.
And Mage looks awesome. Yeah, this isn't. I love Mage. It's not my main build, but I love like the lightning stance as well. It's really freaking cool. I can't wait to actually start making use of it next week after the balancing. I'm gonna try to see if I can get it to work. Do you think they nerfed the Mage too much? Can't even solo the level 13 dungeon. I think they nerfed the damage across the board a little too much, Wasim. Because even other classes like Ranger, Berserker, nobody can solo really right now. Not easily, at least. I have to play Lightning if I go Mage. I wanted to play a Fire Mage. No, you can absolutely go Fire. Fire does just fine, big blue guy. Fire does absolutely just fine. You don't have to go Lightning. All the stances in Mage actually do just fine. There is one that needs to get quite a bit of a nerf, but other than that, yeah, you'd be fine. But let me see, with next week's patch, they're going to adjust mob health and the damage to classes. Yeah, they should be adjusting that. So they said early this week, Toby, and they said that on yesterday, I believe. And so basically Monday, Tuesday, around that time, should be getting the patch. Wednesday at the latest, hopefully. Hopefully not Wednesday, though. Because Tuesday is usually when the server reset itself happens for like the weeklies and whatnot. and that's when everybody's gonna get their PvP rank. So hopefully that gets fixed by then.
Whoever stands behind you.
Because like right here, the predicted rank of next week, Varlet is what I'm gonna get until I get more honor or more merit. But that actually gives us our rank on Tuesday. On the Japanese version, usually, hopefully this doesn't happen, but on the Japanese version, they'd usually have like 8-hour maintenances on that day. So hopefully it's gonna be shorter than that. Clearing turbines. Oh god. I know. Can you help me out with you know what? I haven't had a chance to try Paladin too much yet. I'm so sorry. I want to level a Paladin though. With all the stuff that's been going on, it's been kind of crazy, even managing like one character right now. But I'm sorry, I don't know much about Paladin at the moment. I've heard at Endgame though that they don't have a lot of trouble restoring their mana anymore. I think it'll be all right there, but in terms of the skill setup, I don't know about them. Is it hard to maintain aggro on group of mobs with Guardian? Yeah, there is the AoE taunt. It's like the generation shout all around you. And then there's also the sword, when you pick up your sword and throw it into the ground. There's 2 different taunts like that. But some people still are having aggro generation issues even with doing that kind of thing. So I don't know if it's just so much as you as like the class itself that's having that issue. But that's the 2 ones that are the AoE ones that you'll be looking for. I want to mute faction and help chat because spam. Yeah, actually, hey HJ, if you click on this system icon that's right above your chat window, you can filter out those ones so that you don't have to see them. Like in your all chat, you can just select you don't want, like the faction one, and then you can just change that. Yep, absolutely. You can also fix up your other tabs so you don't get the system text in there too, because that system text appearing in like your faction tab can be kind of annoying sometimes too, or your party tab. I want to take those out and then click change, like that. Picture of the skills you upgraded on the Mage tab? Yeah, absolutely. So the ones that I did upgrade was for my main stance, I upgrade the magic shot. For no matter what stance you're playing, I always upgrade the magic shot, get the maximum mana cost out of it, reduction. Sorry. But magic absorption as well, I obtain max mana more. It's really good for spamming if you're low on mana. Even if your target is invulnerable, you still get mana back from it, from the attack. So it's a really good thing to use. The ice stance has it as well, and the lightning stance. So no matter what stance you are, I recommend this right here. And then the next one I go for, since I do fire, I go for my instant cast. So incineration, then my meteors. I upgrade all my meteors, all of them. That's my bread and butter as fire. For Kindle, because this one is more of a charge up, I go for the reduced cast time so I can get to my meteor quicker, and my stun ability. Then for mixed, I love my static charge. That's my my AoE build right here, my AoE combo. I go into static strike, thunder, and lightning. For single target, I would use static and then go into frostbite and frigid spear, which I did upgrade. Frigid spear is like one of our most powerful skills as a mage as well. What is so stance levels? That's what the stance level is. Picture veteran levels like an ESO if you played it, but without the stat bonuses. Basically, once we get to the stance levels actually being in the game, we'll be able to level up past 45 to get extra passives, to get more skill gems, eventually get to stance level 20 and unlock our last 2 stances as well. Right now we only have access to 4 and we can only use 2 at a time. Also, thank you so much. So most likely tomorrow for the new patch? Yeah, Bits. Most likely tomorrow, Tuesday or Wednesday at the latest. They'll kill Ancient Weapon. Checkers, actually, we did. As a matter of fact, we actually killed. Let me see if I can find the video. Sparky linked it. But on the 29th, we actually killed it before and after. Last night, we killed it after the XP nerf, but it took so long to do that it wasn't worth it. They need to tweak the loot tables on it, because the most that anybody got was like one guy got a ring, and then the rest of us got like gold ore and freaking what else? What did I get? Let me see. I still have it in my inventory. I got this, the Magic Stone of Soul Collecting, which is used for upgrading your accessories. So the loot tables need to be fixed up for the raid bosses as well, and probably the world bosses before they come out. I'm trying to find that video. Here. God, I can't find it. Hold on. I have the footage though. I could probably just show you. Here, hold on a second. And then we're approaching the end, but I'll answer a few questions as well here. Footage. And where is
Hello everybody, what is up? My name is Sir Medieval. Today we're gonna be
this is the one. Okay, yep, give me a second. Let me just do motion capture. Hold on, I'll show you. Sorry. This is it though, essentially. This was the field boss that we did on the 29th when we had to fight it. Didn't get a lot of good rewards. This video I didn't post just because really low quality. I was doing this during my lunch break, kind of thing. I didn't wanna post that, but yeah, that's essentially what happened there. And we ended up taking him out. Ancient weapon. I didn't record the one we did last night though. I did not record that. This one we did on the 29th. And we got the loots. So yeah, that's all there is to it on that one. I'm gonna try to close out of this fast so you don't see that. Sorry. I hate it when that thing pops up. But yeah, any last questions I will answer. Killing it post snort. Yeah, no, it wasn't worth it in the slightest. It was not worth it. It was 100%. But they need to increase the loot table on the field boss because yeah, we didn't get a lot of gear off that. We only got a ring. Guardian is the only class that anyone wants to play because it's a constant unlock PvP, so absolutely IMBA. Yeah, Guardians are doing really good right now in the PvP. Mages have an ability that they can spam at the moment. That needs to be looked at and probably have a cooldown added to it. But all classes across the board need help. Like Berserker and Ranger definitely need help too. And Paladin seems to be okay as well at the moment too, Endgame at least. And then stance level 20 stances, you won't get like access to new skills. It'll basically just change your skills around kind of thing, unless they introduce new skills, which would be interesting. But that's what that is. Those are the stances. It'd be like this, essentially. Different combos kind of thing. These would have their own added abilities, like this one would increase your skill range by yada yada. This one would reduce the damage taken by 10%, kind of thing. Zero challenge. It's the hope age. The hope of like molding this game into something that can be better than what we have been getting for the past like year or two when we've been in this MMO drought. Hope is why we keep going, kind of thing. And there is fun to be had in the game. There's issues, sure, that need to be fixed, but hope. That's what we got right now. And then the developers have been good so far about communicating with the community and trying to fix this stuff. So hopefully that keeps up, and I think we'll be all right. Thank you, Bits. I appreciate you. Thank you, Kane. Yeah, I appreciate it. We gotta keep that hope, man. We gotta keep that hope. Let me see. Something about lower level gear being better. Why is that? So level 37, once you get to max level, you want to go into Kobold Hideout, sorry, and get the 37 gear, because this gear you can actually put runes in. The green 45 gear that you get from the vendor, you cannot put runes in. That's what people are saying when they say that kind of thing. See, that's what you want to go for. Go for the blue gear, put runes in it, plus it up, and then your gear score is going to skyrocket past where you would be if you just use green gear. The best way to get ability points, after doing the dungeon quest, get the extra sapphires, there's really like no other way to get gems right now. So we have to wait until they put the new stances in, or better ways to farm that kind of stuff to get new skills. Some sort of secret to level up the most efficiently, like level 6. Do the main quest as much as you can. The side quest, at the moment, leveling has been made harder. So there's really no secret other than trying to get an experience pet early on, Boris. Try to tame, you get taming scrolls around level 8. Tame like the first pet you see like 20 times and try to level it up as you go. And then upgrade it as soon as you can around level 18 unlocks. And then try to get an experience pet. Go for the parameters early on that give you hunting experience. Like this one, for instance. increase, 10% increased in hunting experience. It'll help a lot. Just keep doing that, and you'll be all right. It's a scam. It's in a rough spot, but it's trying to recover. It's trying to recover. And yeah, do the main quest, side quest, monster books, anything you can. Anything you can, Boris. You'll be all right though. All right, guys. Though we're gonna go ahead and end it there. I'll be back more than likely a little later, but I want to thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you had any questions that I didn't answer, I'm so sorry about that. The Blessed Discord is always available too for questions to answer for you. But if I do see your question, I will definitely answer it. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you have a wonderful night or day, and I will see you next time. Later, folks. Best way to get your pet to legendary on one or two. Use the blessing powder that you can get out of the adventure point shop. You'll know when you see it. It's on the second page. That'll help you a lot. Just keep going with it. Just keep trying, and eventually you'll get there. Thanks so much, though, guys. It has a chance of being that. It has a chance of being that. It's not a guarantee though that it'll be blue. It's not a guarantee that it'll be medium/blue too. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Have a good one.